All right, what's up, guys? So I don't know if this is the video or if it's another video, but I did want to check out this video uploaded by Yin, a video titled "A Series of Weird Events, Just a Robot." So I don't know if this is the video where he's crying, but allegedly there's a video going around of him. He shedded a few tears. And here's the thing, because I guess like for those that are new to my channel and you're like, wait, what's your history with just a robot? Like, were you somebody in his circle? Were you? No, do not ever say that. I know I said it, but if you were thinking it, don't you ever think that. But no, I've had some history with just a robot. We used to go back and forth with each other back like from 2016 to 2020, and then from there it was just kind of like a lingering effect, like just dealing with a fan of his here and there. Then yeah, he decided that he wanted to make a video on me last year, just pretty much like talking on my success and stuff, and was like trying to downplay it. And yeah, it's just always been like me and him. And I have to say, like, from the day, I would have to say, like, where I guess like where the drama pretty much had died off, from that point forward, it was just always me telling the story, telling people like, hey, if you're a content creator, these are the type of content creators you need to be careful of. People like just the robot. So yeah, I guess maybe that was offensive to him and stuff. But no, the thing is this though, like throughout our drama, I would have to say for the most part, he did have the upper hand. Yeah, he had more subscribers, he was getting more views, he had a bigger fan base. So he had the upper hand. One thing though that I had never did throughout our drama was cry. I might have gotten stressed out, might have gotten slightly annoyed, never shedded a tear. Not one. I had no problem sleeping at night. I would go on with my day-to-day life as if nothing was going on the internet. And that was like content creating to me. That's like the main thing that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So, yeah, finally I get that chance, but it probably would have happened a lot sooner, if I hadn't dealt with people like just a robot. So, yeah, that's why it's like for all those years after the drama, like, yeah, pretty much had died off in 2020, it's like I was warning people because I'm like, if you trying to be great, people like this, they don't want you to be great, not Yin, just the robot. But yeah, and it's like they're gonna do any and everything that they can to slow you down. So just even giving out some advice right now, it's like do not allow people like just a robot to slow you down, whether you're in the gaming community, comedy community, like don't matter what community that you're a part of. It's like, yeah, don't let people like this slow you down, but don't ever under any circumstances allow them to cause you to cry and shed tears and all that. And the thing is this, to me it's just funny because I'm like, you put yourself in this situation. So what are you crying over? Like what? Like let's just see. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't even know if it's the right video. But let's just see. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Yin. But anyways,
So this was by far one of the most random things to happen to me in the online space. So let me tell you the story. I had seen that Just a Robot was in a voice call in Himbleton's server, so out of curiosity, I joined it, and the conversation that happened wasn't what I was expecting. And the call that happened after this was even more unexpected. So you may be wondering, why am I uploading this now? Well, because Jar, in all his wisdom, decided to upload another drama video, despite saying he's not cut out for it, and decided to make some absolutely disgusting comments in said video. Yes, Jar, let's compare a grooming victim by making an EDP joke, you bolt-munching, ignorant bottom feeder of society that I would look down at in disgust as if I had stood in shit, you insignificant creature.
dang.
So, without further ado, here is the
Like,
jar
yeah.
tent.
Oh,
Talking about tickling people's nuts. Fucked up.
I do have a question actually. Thoughts on
Go on, Yen.
thoughts on Vincent Martin's video about Jar? What do you think?
um,
Like the actual stuff.
nice. Best. I
about it.
want. I think he's clearly a small channel that doesn't care about growing.
Uh-huh.
Very unfocused, not very focused, but it was nice seeing at least one person defend me, and it gave me like, if he could handle that kind of level of backlash, I was like, you know what, I might as well make another response.
Okay.
It's kind of
Wow. So that was his reason for the second response video, was that Vincent Martin had went through a backlash, and so he's like, "Oh, okay, well I can do a video where I took away a good majority of the video and I guess left in the unfunny parts." It was still a bad video. Like I just anyways.
heartwarming that nobody would make a defense video of you, innit?
Well, it just shows me that at least some people Some people are on my side at least.
Yeah,
That's the
Lon.
thing, though. It's not about being on a person's side. You messed up when you decided that it would be a good idea to defend whether you want to call the girl a pedophile, a predator, a groomer. It don't matter. She still had inappropriate conversations with a minor. I guess the question I would probably ask just a robot, if there's ever a time where somebody has a call with them, is if let's just say you had kids, he might not be the type, hopefully he don't have kids, but anyways, but yeah, let's just say that you wanted to have kids one day, you had a kid, you had a kid overall, and your kid had approached you with this situation saying that there's an adult on the internet, a famous creator that's sending me inappropriate art. How, as a parent, how would you react to that? Because if it's not, I'm telling you, he's gonna say something stupid. If he ever does answers that question, he's gonna definitely say something stupid to make it seem like that his child is the suspect out of all of this, and it's like that's gonna be the day where your kid loses all respect for you. So yeah, that's why I'm like, it's probably for the best that just a robot, you don't have no kids, because it's definitely gonna be a situation where it's like, yeah, that kid is gonna be like 30, 40 years down the road, we're all just like just chilling, either retiring or whatever the case may be and stuff. We're gonna see a 20 something year old like guy that kind of has like a little bit of a voice like just a robot, and it's like, dang, he looked like somebody, but yeah, it's gonna be like, yeah, I'm if you guys know that creator, because he's just a robot, he's still gonna be, I feel like he's gonna be that one person, like you just go to school with that like one kid that doesn't want to, like, yeah, after y'all graduated, he just doesn't want to break out of that like school mindset. I feel like that's gonna be just a robot like some years down the road and stuff, where he still is gonna just have like a random outburst of this drama and everything, and it's like, bro, get out of here. But no, yeah, there's definitely gonna be a guy where he's like, yeah, that's I'm just a robot son, and this is my story, and it's like, well, it just pretty much 2024 and 5 all over again.
That's the shit.
Hey Leia, how white am I, man?
Some people are on Trump's side, Joe.
You're so white.
There's some
He
people
won,
saying
he won in a
Entire
landslide.
countries. Well, it's still some people.
Yeah.
Did you end up seeing the debate that Vincent ended up happening?
And that's his thing. Is like, oh, because he has people supporting him, then he must be doing something right.
It was just
listen to
off
Radiohead.
block screaming about stuff he didn't go over in the video and saying like, oh, he did you see the original video? She was a pedophile. I was like, I never called her a pedophile. What the fuck?
Cindy Bear is a pedophile, though, right?
No, I never called her that. I've been consistent on
is.
that.
He's saying,
But-
isn't she one?
But is she a pedophile?
I don't think so.
For
She's a
sharing-
groomer
what is it?
and a predator, but not a pedo.
What kind of
Did you
fucking
read
retarded logic
the
is that?
Google Doc? I'm just curious.
No, I never got around to that because like everything.
Yeah,
got
because
leaked.
his roommate isn't in the room with him. If his roommate is not there, then yeah, he's not gonna read that document.
And then
I'm not even trolling. That is the most retarded thing I've ever heard, Joe.
look, I never expected that to happen. I've never even heard of someone else dealing with something like that.
Have you read
How
it
can
since?
How can someone groom a minor and not be a pedophile?
You can't. No, they weren't grooming them to get with them or to get nudes of them.
But that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
They were using sexual gain, right? They were sharing like Sans. What was it? Sans from Undertale abuse porn.
Yeah, you can get that from anyone. Like that's not like lolly.
but she was getting it from a minor, which is not good. Just a robot. Oh, like, bro. And so, for those that are new to my channel, you're new. This is what I was dealing with. This is what I've been dealing with since 2016. His logic is like, it's not there. Like, there's something else. You know how like in the very first Indiana Jones movie where there is like that, like it was like that gold, like it was some treasure, but he replaced it with a rock. That's just the robot's logic. It's one of them, that movie Inside Out. I believe you're loving the reference movies and stuff. But yeah, them people in his head, they just put like some random rock there, and it's like that's his logic. It's just nothing.
Your Shota. That's not like pedo
What do you mean
stuff.
you can get it? But there was
You can
sending
get,
it to
like,
a child
anyone-
with sexual purpose.
They literally did not. Okay, listen, I don't want to talk about this because I had a stressful day, but like my opinion still stands. Like I just wanted to make my
Mine.
opinion clear in the
I just
video,
don't
and
know
I
what
did.
that logic is.
But a lot of people
Well-
were saying that. Like a lot of people have said that same opinion.
Yeah, because it makes no fucking sense, dude.
So that's why a lot of people have been saying it.
Yes. Because your logic
That's
is,
retarded.
oh, this minor could get porn from anywhere. It's not lolly porn, so it's
No,
not
no,
fucking
you idiot! It's
predatory.
the opposite. No, I was talking about the adult, not the minor. You got it from backwards.
So what? But that still doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
How-
like
what does
either
that-
way, whether it's the minor sending it to the adult or the adult sending it to the minor, it's still wrong. So
have to do with them not being a predator because they sent fucking.
No, I
Sans
didn't say
abuse
not
porn.
predator. I said not pedo.
How are they? Okay, okay, we're using that logic. How are they not a pedophile for that? For sending
Because
Sans Undertale abuse porn?
they're not
and
interested
talking
in
about it.
kids. Because they're not
They were
interested
interested
in
in
kids.
talking to that specific kid about it.
They talk to everyone.
So that's just, to me, I just find that dumb because it's like you hear those stories of where it's like those, like it'll be like some random guy or something. Yeah, happily married, got kids, but then he, gets caught up with a child and stuff. So it's like that's how I look at it. Where it's like, yeah, she might not be, trying to get with or marry, but still she's doing something inappropriate with a minor. That's the part that it's like we're trying to get you to understand, and he's like, no, my mind is still gonna remain the same. I'm not gonna change how I feel about Cinnabar and stuff. Yeah, it's stuff like that where I'm like, yeah, bro, don't ever sit here and try to say like, oh, my logic, this and that, blah blah. Like, however I'm thinking, it's bad or it's stupid or whatever and stuff. But then you turn around and say things like this.
Like that. They
That doesn't
just
fucking
have.
matter.
Well, in a court of law, yeah, you're right. Like, listen, they're gone.
Yeah.
I'm not. They're gone. I just responded, and like, look, I was still like deciding on how I would go about things before my fucking video got leaked.
Wait.
You know, I would have gone about it by saying that person is a child predator and
Yeah.
a pedophile.
Okay, then you could have gone about it that way.
I am curious.
And that's why it's like, even if his video never would have got leaked out, I think he still would have that's like the situation still would have been the same. Like, he would have did his video, let's say it was like greatly I guess like supported and stuff, and then he would have been side by side with Cinnabar, and he still wouldn't have, like, that's the thing, he doesn't want to see what she did was wrong, because he asked a minor for inappropriate art of Jade animation. So yeah, that's one of those things. That's why he's defending it, because he then turned around and did stuff like this.
Don't understand your logic.
You did bring it up, but so I know you really want to talk about it, but you did kind of like touch on it, right? So are you saying
Yeah.
that, like, in the court of law, like, they would be seen as a pedophile?
No, they would be seen as guilty for what. Well, actually, you can't even get arrested for this. What they did, like it not mattering is what does it. Like, it doesn't matter if they done this with everything. Yeah, like they're right about that. Like, if you do it with everybody, but you do it with a minor, you in a court of law, you're still seen as that. But the thing is, there's no way something like this would go to court. Like,
But
Why?
wait. But no, that's
It's went to court numerous times. I guess, yeah, maybe not like sending art and stuff. Yeah, that would probably be the first of its kind. But still, though, it's like you're having an inappropriate conversation. That done been in court cases, movies, TV shows, like documentaries and stuff. This is something. It ain't like Cinnabar is the first one to ever do this and things. So yeah, it got stopped right there where it was just the sending art. But I think if she would have never gotten called out, like I think it was her roommate that called her out, if she never would have got called out, she still would have been doing this till this day.
like, so are you saying that, like, if it did go to a court of law, that like they would be seen as a pedophile? I am just genuinely curious.
okay, I'm really tired right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a debate about this. I don't want.
This is pretty much him saying, I plead the fifth.
You
No,
know,
I'm not
I'm not.
debating,
I'm just asking a
asking.
question.
in a court of law,
Mm.
I don't think pedophile is a legal term. Like, I think it's like
No, it's
your
not.
measures.
But what
yeah.
I'm saying is that
Like, listen,
act
you're
of-
right that it doesn't matter. You're right.
Mm.
The thing is, to me, in my opinion, like, pedophile should be reserved for people who like want to fuck kids or are attracted to kids.
But they were clearly attracted to this person.
They didn't ask for any images of this person, and that's
That doesn't matter.
where-
That doesn't matter. There are
You're
hundreds
right,
of
Oh, so
pedophiles.
she was like attracted. Oh, that was the part I missed out. So yeah, that girl's just sick, and it's like for you to sit around and I just thought it was the art stuff and things, but she was, wow, that's crazy. So yeah, that's definitely some, maybe that was mentioned before and I just either missed it or wasn't paying attention or forgot. But yeah, that if that's the case, that it's like, okay, how do you know that she was going to, I guess, keep it what his version of PG, because either way, it's like still whether she's attracted or not attracted, it's still wrong. So
There are hundreds and hundreds of pedophiles that use chat rooms, Discord messages, and never once ask for images. It is not about it looking at the child; it's the fact that it's a child. Jar, I think you're conflating a pedophile, a predatory pedophile, as someone who wants to get an image out of a child, or expressively wants to like meet up and fuck them. No, a predator is someone who just wants to interact with a child sexually. Whether any,
I don't think that's the
first of all,
definition.
the definition
and
is
that's his thing. He'll go based off of his logic before he goes based off of somebody else's logic that makes sense.
pedophile who is attracted to children. Yes.
Yes, that's by
Yes,
definition.
and that's
someone
what I
who's
just
attracted
said.
to someone who is attracted to prepubescent features.
Oh, so okay, so a febophile.
That's what-
I'm colloquial. I'm saying it colloquially.
No, that's what a
You know that
pedophile
means?
is.
Colloquially, I'm using pedophile for anyone who is any adult who is attracted to minors.
Yeah, I don't like my disconnect is my opinion was this. I didn't think she was attracted to minors. That's what I thought. I just thought she's
It's like, but what? Okay, so I guess like that would be the question: what matters more, the evidence or your opinion? You need to go based off of the evidence before you can have an opinion. Like that's the thing. That's why I'm like, when even just with our drama, it's like you could tell like he wasn't collecting evidence. He just goes based off of the first thing that he sees, and he's like, okay, this is everything that I need to know. He's like, I'm gonna try to improvise, and then boom, I got a video. And it's like it doesn't work like that. If you're a lawyer, you can't just be all like, oh, I'm gonna look at his name and just be like, well, based off of his name, he seems like he's not guilty or he's guilty. You can't do that. You got to go look through the evidence. It's like, oh, he did do these crimes or he didn't do these crimes. There's somebody else that did. That's how that goes down. So it's like, but you can't just use your own judgment and then assume like everybody else is going to go with it.
Does it have to be multiple people to like have?
no, not multiple. It was like, oh, yes.
Does it
Leah?
have to be?
Yes, Leah.
So like the grooming aspect of it you could reasonably argue that Cindy is a pedophile because she groomed a kid.
I guess you could. I guess you could reasonably argue that because
I
at
don't
this
think
point
that's a
I don't
guess.
care
I think
anymore.
that's an absolute.
Like I don't
Yeah.
want like listen. Oh, fine, whatever. I don't actually care if she's a pedophile or not anymore.
Him saying that he doesn't care. He's admitting defeat, but he doesn't want to come out and say like, oh, I've been defeated. You guys got me.
I
Okay.
really
So why
don't
would
care.
you? Why is it like?
Because I don't
your
care
hard-
anymore. Like I don't
So
care
why is it your
anymore.
hard opinion that you say they're not, and you're like arguing about it?
That was
you
it at
don't
the
care.
time. I don't care
still
anymore
argue.
because like listen, everybody's been trying to talk to me about this for like an entire year. I was trying to do the right thing. I was trying to be careful, and before I was trying to look into everything, and before I knew it, everything got leaked.
So was this Google Doc that came out before or after when you interviewed Cine or had a call with Cine that was on YouTube and you talked about it?
Look, you're recording this and you're going to use it for content.
I'm not
Listen,
recording.
I don't want.
I'm not recording.
Someone
I don't
is.
give a-
Someone is.
Listen,
I don't
So
want.
I'm not recording.
Nobody in his recording.
Oh, like, nah, it's not recorded.
It's against
I
the
don't trust
server's
that.
rules.
Okay,
I-
Jan,
I
are you
Yeah,
recording?
trust it.
I'm not recording.
Karn, are you
I don't
recording?
want to. Look,
No.
Time, are
Look.
you recording?
No, I've been busy with cards.
Sam, are
look,
you
I don't want
recording?
to.
No, I'm jacking off.
Okay, I'm not
She's
recording.
gone. It doesn't matter. She's gone. She's not coming back.
I don't. Well, it kind of does
was
matter.
very
'Cause we're not talking about her. We're talking about your opinions on them.
My opinion has always been this: someone who wants to get images of a kid or fuck kids or whatever, those are pedophiles. People who are attracted to children, yes, those are pedophiles in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So where does that conflate with Cine?
I don't think she had any like sexual interest in kids directly. Like, I don't
If
think
she
she
had
wanted
sexual
to
interest in that kid directly, why would she want to talk to that kid about
because
that fucking
she's
Sans
because
abuse
she's
law?
beyond retarded.
I-
That's why.
It's not beyond retarded to specifically talk to a kid about. But first of all, it's EPI, which is a form of child grooming, and second of all,
Yeah, and I agree it's
um,
grooming. I agree. Like, listen, why can't she just be a groomer, a predator, but not a pedo? And like, she's
because
gone
that's
now.
retarded logic.
Everybody was saying she was the groomer, but not a pedo at the start of everything.
I never saw that. Sam, did you ever see that?
No.
That was everywhere. That was
I think
fucking
they're-
everywhere. Like every
Absolutely
video I saw at the start was saying it.
You know, I wish somebody would do an animation of him where he's like, but it was everywhere, and it's just him just pointing to like emptiness, like just like a big giant field of just nothing. Like yeah, maybe occasional trees, moonlight, stars, and all that stuff. But he's pretty much like, look at everybody over there. It's like, fam, there's nobody there. What are you, schizophrenic? Like that, fam, what are you talking about?
So I
Whose
will say
videos?
that like people were calling her a groomer for sure.
But
Yeah.
not a pedo at the same time, right?
They might not specifically be using the word pedophile because they probably didn't need to. It
I
was
was
probably like
I was calling her a pedophile. I'm like, yeah, you're having. My thing is this: you're doing anything's inappropriate with a minor. It's like, yeah, I guess like stuff like that, like what she was sending inappropriate art. Yeah, you're a pedophile. I'm like anything else, and it's like whatever the name would be for that, then that's what you call the girl. But I'm like, yeah, for what she was doing, I'm like, yeah, fam, you're a pedophile. So
oh, it's absolute that they're a pedophile. That I don't need to say it. I don't need when I'm talking about a person who's a pedophile and they groom a kid. I don't have to expressively say this person, in my opinion, is a pedophile. It's pretty much implied that if I'm talking about them fucking grooming a child, that I think they're a pedophile.
Well, and there's a lot of YouTubers that won't say the word pedophile because they don't want to have like they don't want to
Well, yeah,
run
it-
into
it-
legal liabilities.
Well,
on their
first of all, it
channel.
fucks up your video.
I didn't know that. So yeah, I'm like, okay, I don't know what else to call her then. But I'm like, but yeah, that's what I've been calling her. So
Oh, okay. That
So
too, I guess.
it fucks with your video. The word pedophile, and stuff. Even like PDF file, I think has been gotten flagged now. Like
Wait,
like
nonce
words
was
that
why?
kind of censor it. I don't think nonce is censored. They don't give a
Yeah,
fuck
that's
about the UK. So I just don't like. Are you against anyone who says that they're a pedophile, or is this like a hard stance? Like, no, they're not a pedophile. Jar?
No, it's just my opinion. Like
Right.
I'm not going to fight with anyone on it. If you want to call her that, that's fine. I won't stop you.
Okay, I see what you mean.
At this point, I
guess
don't
I'm
care
just trying
anymore.
to Yeah, no, you've made that clear, but I'm just trying to get like understand as to like what's like what's the difference between the definition and what they did, because what they did was a very clear cut case of not only being a predator and a child groomer, which you agree with, but also being a pedophile.
I just
Being
feel
severely retarded does not make you actively go out of your way to talk to a minor. And it doesn't matter if they did it with anyone. It's the fact that they still chose to do it with this minor. If they had the ability to do it with everyone, Jar, they would have done it with any other person. That's not retardation. That's explicit intention.
I see where you're coming from. I
Okay,
just want to.
I
I don't want.
appreciate
I
it.
don't think. Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but like, fuck, man.
I'm not trying to get you on a gotcha. I'm not trying
Like,
to get you on
listen. Like,
whatever.
listen. This. I don't want to help anyone again. I don't want to defend anyone ever again. I thought I was doing the right
Right.
thing, and I wasn't.
That's okay. That's absolutely fine. If you thought you were doing the right thing, I feel like
I just like I was just trying to be so careful. Like,
yeah.
I was trying to be
Well,
so
I get
careful. I
that,
just didn't
giving
expect.
credence to people.
Yeah, I just didn't expect it all to get leaked the way it did. I just never heard of someone
Mm-hmm.
pre-uploading a video before, and it just. And
Well, did the document come out before or after they
yeah,
made this?
no. So now this I do know. So there's two documents. There's this. It was the longer document where that came out beforehand. He knew of it. He had the document. He just didn't. He read like I think what was it the like the what was it the first 2-3 pages or something like that, and then after that because it's like 300 pages I believe something. It was a lot of pages, but he looked through like maybe a few pages. I think he said he skimmed through it, and then the day I believe it was either the video had got leaked out or the day he uploaded the video that he had on his channel, then that's when it was like a shorter document where I guess it was just screenshots of the like the pictures like and stuff that she was it was like the pictures and messages that she was sending back and forth to the I don't know if it was one minor or multiple minors, but yeah, overall though there was a document that was out beforehand. So I don't know what he's gonna say in this video, but he said the reason why that he didn't go over the document is because his roommate was out on vacation. So yeah, I guess he wanted his roommate to sit there and read it out to him and stuff because his dyslexia won't allow him to find a text to speech program and just copy and paste. I can't remember who came up with that idea, but shout out to you. But yeah, it's like he very well could have just copied and pasted that stuff over into a text to speech thing and just had it like read it out to him. And it's like you don't need your roommate there to hold your hand.
before I was
Did
trying
you
to
read
get
the
ahead.
document?
I only skimmed it. I was waiting for my roommate to come home because I can't. I can't read or comprehend things very well. I was waiting for
I
my
see what you
roommate to
mean.
come home. Yes, I have very horrifically, terribly bad dyslexia, and
No, that's fine.
I just didn't
I'm
expect it to
dyslexic
happen.
too.
Yeah, no, like the worst case of dyslexia. Like I actually can't. I have to focus on the word how and who.
I
Mhm.
So is like again, this might even like help your case a bit better, right? So I know in the video you just put out, right, you were saying how like the way that you drafted the video is you made like, you know, 2 versions, right? And then you were gonna make a third one with like which would be the complete version, right? Is that like something you'd recently started doing? Like again, like this would show you
I
help you basically with a pattern of behavior of like this is how you would structure your videos, right? If that
it
makes sense.
was the thing was I
Mm.
made one version bashing her generic thing, and then I thought well, maybe
Yeah,
I should
yeah.
get her side of the story, and I did. I made the second version.
Mm.
I had them both fully edited, so I had both
Yeah, yeah.
versions, and I was thinking about uploading it, but I was getting colder and colder feet. I was like, oh, am I being stupid? I'm being retarded here. Like, is it like what am I doing? And I was like waiting for my roommate to come home, and like literally the night he came home, I wake up and in a panic state, I act stupid, and I just
Yeah. Hang on.
and and
I understand, right? I may have like worded the question a bit weirdly. I mean, like, I think you mentioned in like, you know, the video you just uploaded, how like that was how like you structured it, like with like the
yeah.
making that video. Have you done that with like other videos in the past? Like as in because otherwise it kind of look
No,
people can see it's a
I
bit
get where
shaky.
you're
Do you see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Mm.
The problem is when it comes to that, like when it comes to that, it's they're not on serious topics like that, like such
Right,
a
right.
iffy topic. So like even then, like I could have just been like, you know what, I got cold feet. I don't want to upload this. This is stupid.
Yeah, I get you. No, I was just
Yeah,
curious, right? Because it would show like a pattern of
It's like, why
behavior.
not
Because
just do
otherwise,
that
some people
then?
might be like, you know,
Well,
I I get that.
when you say like non-serious topics, what do you mean?
Like anything
Is there a
not to
specific
do
reference that you can
anything
cite?
not to do with child grooming.
Mm-hmm. So this isn't like a gotcha. I'm legitimately just trying to understand because I'm kind of retarded, dude. Like
Mm.
like anything on your channel specifically that's not to do with child grooming. You like don't do like the most research on, or you don't look into it that much.
No,
I
no,
don't know.
I do, I do.
Mhm.
It's just this was like the first time a video of mine was pre-uploaded, and like with that,
Oh, I see what you mean.
yeah, it's just these docs were so massive, and editing takes a while. So I was like, roommates on a business trip. Fuck, why I have to leave now? I'll take my time on it, and like, hey, even if I don't decide to do this, I cannot upload the video. Like, I just wanted to do the right thing. I did, but
Yeah, I
sometimes it's
completely
hard to
understand
know what
that.
the right thing to do is. Sometimes it is.
Oh,
Like,
I completely get what you mean. Listen,
Timeout. Flag on the play. 10-yard penalty. Let's go back on this. I don't think throughout my 29 years of living where it has anything to do with an adult doing something inappropriate with or to a minor, I've never had to think, well, let's sit down and think about this. I want to hear their side of the story. The evidence is there. I don't my thing is this, all right? If I like let's just say there's I broke my glasses. I'm terribly well, it's like it's blurry, but yeah, I can't do nothing. I was like, yeah, it's one of those things. If I take my glasses off, I'm having to like look at my phone like this and stuff. Like you guys should see me when I wake up in the morning and I'm checking notifications, trying to read messages. There's at times when I'm having to like close one eye, just be kind of like looking like that and stuff because no, yeah, I have a hard time seeing without my glasses. I'm like, yeah, call me freaking Daphne from Scooby Doo because I lose my glasses, it's over. But if I knew I had to do a video where it required me to read and it required my thing is this, I don't care how bad it is. I'm going to try to figure it out, you know, especially if I want this video to be accurate. I want this video to be good. I can't halfway make it. I have to make sure that whatever it is that I need to do, I need to do it. I can't rely on my, you know, no roommates. I can't rely on no family. I can't rely on no friends. This is my channel. I have to do this myself. So, yeah, that's one thing about it where I'm like, yeah, it's it just in any time where I've like just talking about my own content creating career, whether it's upgrading my PC, going out and getting the latest video game, What else? You know, figuring out like, oh, how am I, if I'm doing a sneaker video, figuring out how I'm gonna get these sneakers, whether I'm gonna have to go through snow, 90 plus degree weather or something. My thing is this: I am going to get the job done and I'm going to do it correctly. That's one thing I've never messed up on, is going about a video, or I guess like downplaying, especially on some stuff like this, downplaying whatever it is that's, you know, being discussed, where it's like, yeah, it's something that has to do with a kid, and it's like something inappropriately is happening to this kid. Never had to struggle with my thought process on that. So yeah, that it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't believe it's like, oh, he's slow, stupid, dumb, this and that. He genuinely thought that he could upload that video and people were just gonna go with it. Now he's trying to say things like, oh yeah, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, like I wasn't thinking, oh, my autism, my dyslexia, nah, bro, ain't nobody hearing that. You know what you did, you know what you wanted out of the whole situation. Stop trying to play that whole like, oh, I'm dumb and I'm innocent and I didn't know what was going on. At least me, I'm not believing in that.
I've had videos on my channel where I've discussed the worst things imaginable. And you know, I was a kid when I made them, and those are the videos that got me popular, right?
Oh yeah,
And like I covered a guy called Plague Moth, who was like
I
a
know
big
who that
trend
is.
topic for a while. I was
Yeah, I
the
know who
first
he
guy
is.
to go after him.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, but yeah, I have an ego about it. But what
Well,
I'm
it's
saying
cool
is
to be
like,
the first.
yeah, I guess. But at like the same time, like when I initially went through that thing with him, I was not researched at all. Like I skimmed tweets that he made. It was only until I started making my videos where I was actually researching and getting actively involved, right? So I guess my issue there was like, my issue with what you're saying is like, I get it if you were like tweeting about it in time, but making you know, a pre-planned, and you said pre-uploaded YouTube video where you kind of are dissecting the allegations, or you know, were they proven at the time? Yen, I assume you've looked into this.
What's this? Sorry, I zoned out.
Cindy.
Yeah. Like I never at any point said she was innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to make that clear.
I think
Was
what
that
doesn't
something
help.
you deduced from the video, from what you researched, or was that just because you said it just to be careful?
No. From like I even said that in a call that happened even as like everything was going on. I found a call where I recorded but like I recorded this call with this other dude, Skullman, where I said like I want to make it clear she's not innocent.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so happy when I found that call because I was like, oh fuck yes, I have this on recording at least somewhere.
I guess the reason why some people though would say like, oh, that doesn't add up is because, and don't get me wrong, you also had a call with Cindy, right? Like,
Yeah.
on your channel, and you were, the way it looked to me, was you were kind of buddy with them.
Yeah, because I didn't want her running away. Because like
Mm-hmm.
I suspected like, oh,
Was it
fuck, I
supposed
need
to be like an interview confrontation call?
No. Like I could just not
And
use.
the thing is this: let's just say if I had to interview somebody, it's like they did something crazy and stuff, you know, or yeah, let's say it's on some stuff where I don't know, I was trying to think of somebody, but I was like, okay, Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm like, I don't know, that was the first name that came to mind and things, but anyways, all I'm going to say to him is all like, hey, I want to interview you, get your, you know, take on things. And, you know, where was your mind at during all this stuff? It's like, okay, so my name is such and such. What is your name? Blah, blah, blah. All right. I don't have to be buddy friends or anything. If they run away, I'm like, fam, they run away. I'm like, all right, well, I tried to interview them. And that's what happened when I asked them a hard-hitting question. So.
Use it. Like I wasn't trying to be. I was just. Trust me, my heart was in the right place, and no, I wasn't trying to have sex with her or anything. I really did not like that allegation. Like that really got to
No,
me.
I don't think you were trying to fuck her.
Nobody
Okay,
thought that.
What? How can you believe that?
People
have thought that.
So-
I remember seeing that around.
That's
Okay,
what hurt.
I'm perplexed with that because the only thing you admitted on Chud's stream was that you were attracted to her, and that was it. And I think that's
Avatar.
where, Yes.
And I
okay.
kind of I got nervous and started joking around like a fucking idiot because
Yeah.
He always says stuff like that. He's always joking. I look. My thing is this: we don't know at the end of the day what just the if he wanted to work with her, then okay. If he wanted to anything else, then okay. But that, I guess, scenario where if he wanted to get with this girl, I'm not going to take that off the table. So, yeah, that's one of those things. You're like, oh, that got to me. I'm like, okay, well, why was you trying to be cool with this girl then? It's like, it's just, because you don't want her to run off. It's like, okay, she runs off. At the end of the day, that's just ammunition for you for when you do a video talking about her and stuff. So,
yeah, I'm not going to say, I just do so terrible in live calls. And
were you coming in there prepared or no?
no,
Well, then,
not at
yeah,
all.
well, that's your issue, right?
Yeah, like, and
You know, if you want to go on, I mean, Chud Logic or Kuiman, or is that how you say it, Kuiman, or
Yeah,
fucking
Kuiman.
Aiden, a longtime friend of mine. Like if you wanted to go on their streams and talk about those allegations, which, you know, to be fair, are very, very serious allegations of child grooming, you got to be prepared. Like that's
I
the
know,
number one goal.
I know. It was something I should have never got involved in. It's something someone like me should have never tried to get involved in.
Well, you're in Art CC, right? And Cindy was Art CC.
I guess you could call me us both that, but
Well, that's what I know you from, because I remember you from like
Yeah.
2017, 2018 Art CC.
Yeah,
That's
like-
what I remember you from.
I told myself when I started my YouTube channel, don't get involved with discussions about pedophilia because that always gets people's blood boiling.
Meanwhile, at the op block, there is no preamble tonight. I need to explain why there's no preamble tonight. Well, there's something happening that I need to go into right now. I need to get there. I need to do it right away, chat, because interestingly enough, I have been told new information, new lore, and new story. Chat, I have been told something very interesting. So, without further ado, fuck it. We're doing this live. I'm being told in the Himpleton server, Jar is talking right now. So, shout out to Himpleton for letting me do this, by the way. Shout out to Yen and Himpleton for letting me do this. I don't know what the white balance is happening right now. Who the fuck cares?
he joins the call.
Let's get into it.
It's no secret, but like he was like, what was it?
Hi, Falky.
Hello.
There was stuff to do.
At
Right.
this hour? How
Oh,
jarring.
careful.
We're talking about manga comment.
I see. Jar, you are such a hard man to get a hold of. Hello. I don't think this is our first time we've ever spoken. I am Falgi, aka the Op Block. How you doing?
I love this little intro you did.
Mic on.
Man, oh wow, that's because Opblock, he's been trying to get a hold of just a robot for a while now. Like I have to say, probably since all this stuff, because so for me, when all this stuff was going down, the only name that I knew of was just the robot. Then eventually Chud Logic, and then then it was like Cinnabear, and then it was just like more and more names just kept coming up, and then the Opblock, dang. Oh, it's kind of like one of them, like them old like mob movies and stuff, where it's like one of the like mob bosses, they're walking into a room and stuff, got the cigar, and they're all like, yeah, so what we gonna do? What we gonna do tonight and stuff? Then they just close the door, the lights pop on and stuff. Then you just robots in the middle of it all. It's like, you got the Op Block, you got all these guys, and then you just kind of got me just sitting in one of them like them old classic 1930s car. I got my cigar in hand and stuff, and I'm just looking up like, yep. And I'm like, it's about to go down.
I always have my good mic. So I understand MangaCom. We can come back to that because you keep running from me. So
I don't want to talk to you.
I've come to
I'm gonna
you.
leave.
You're gonna keep.
I don't
want to
talk. I don't want to talk to you.
And why is that, Jar? Why don't you want to talk
I'm
to me?
uninterested. I already talked to Rod.
Okay, you talked to the person who thought that you may or may not be a pedophile, and the fact that they thought that your girlfriend was actually your sister. Oh, he ran!
Dang. Wow.
Fucking ran, chat!
What did he do? What did he do?
Oh, you're live? After this, Jar left the server, and I got a friend request from the robot himself, leaving him wanting to speak with me. This was about 5 a.m. my time, so if I sound a bit scatterbrained in this call, that's why. And God,
What's up with his people always wanting to talk to you like early hours of the morning and stuff? No, I just remember it was the one dude, the VA Clay or Key, whatever his name is. But no, yeah, he come messaging me or tweeting me like 2, 3 in the morning and stuff, talking about, oh, let's have a debate. I'm not debating you at no 2, 3 in the morning. I'm going to catch me some Z's. I am going to sleep. I am not going to have no presidential debate. I ain't doing that. Oh, then he got mad, started insulting me and stuff. And I'm like, cool, bro. Anyways, I'll see you when I see you. I'm like, you gotta hit them with one of them, like Martin, like, peace. Like, nah, it's just to me, it's like, fam, I'm not going to debate you at no 2, 3 in the morning because you want me to, or it's like, no, I'm gonna use my firm voice. No, you're going to debate me. No, I'm not going to debate you. The thing is this, as soon as I, go and open up the start menu and I press on the Windows icons and all that other stuff, power off, are you sure? Yes, I'm turning this computer off and I am going to sleep. Okay, so I'm like, fam, y'all ain't got it. It's like, it's kind of like that clip of Kevin Hart and Dr. Dre, and they were talking about Stevie Wonder, and it's like he ain't got no concept of time, for obvious reasons and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's just the robot and his people. They just no concept of time. It's like just all day long. It's just it's daytime. We all just awake. We don't sleep.
So random. Here is that call.
Oh gosh, sorry. You alright?
Yes, and your pronouns are she, her, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, sorry about that. I
That's
just knew
fine.
talking to him. I knew he was recording. I've already received 3 comments about it on my video because I knew he was recording. I knew talking to him wouldn't do me any favors. And I knew the rot thing he was going to bring up about the leaked DMs he has. And she has already apologized for it. And I personally think she was right because, like, if I was dating a minor, yes. Like, if my girlfriend was a minor, yes, she should be upset with me.
Well, yeah.
But she isn't.
I mean, like, I know her, and I don't think she would do that.
My girlfriend? Wait, you know my girlfriend?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I also had to speak to them, look after.
Please don't reveal her.
No, no, of course not. Listen,
No, listen.
I wouldn't do that. Like, they've done nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing attached to this, right? I think that would be like, there's no reason to do that, right? Like, I wouldn't do that. Listen, like, I may disagree with you, like, on certain, like, things in terms of, like, obviously, like, in terms of, like, the way this stuff with Cindy was handled, I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? But I'm not going to sit here and, like, out who your partner is. I think that's really scummy. I have,
and yes,
that conflicts with my morals.
I've seen your video on it, and
okay.
I've seen so I know that. Listen, I'm really okay. Let me get my emotions in control. I've always strived, like I put myself at risk for Princess Elizabeth and 10, 12 years ago, and what good did it do? She still got banned and she still got hate. The Toby one was different. I kind of got like dragged into that one a little bit by everybody. But that whole thing happened, and no one dragged me into this. I want to make that clear. No one dragged me into this latest one.
No, I know.
It was me.
Yeah.
It was me. I'm not going to lie about that, okay? But I knew with all the warnings I got, I was like, I need to be careful. I need to be as careful as possible. And I wasn't, because not in a million years did I think my video would get leaked. And when I found that call with Vincent, I thought, when I told him, like, I need to not sound confident, I need to make it clear she's not innocent, I was like, fuck yes, this will be the clincher. But doesn't seem
it's like if you would have just did a video where my thing is this, I haven't read the documents myself, but just going based off of the headlines, she sent inappropriate art to a minor. Yeah, if it was on some stuff where the minor sent art back, it's like, okay, that minor doesn't know any better. They are a minor. They were born however many years ago. Cinnabare has some years above this person. She knows better. She knows that she shouldn't be doing no stuff like this. I guess like that would be my question to her is, why did you think it was a good idea to do some stuff like that? Maybe she's explained it, maybe she hasn't. But my thing is this, I'm not gonna sit here and defend this girl. I'm not gonna give her a platform so where she could defend herself. What she did was wrong, point blank, period. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, peace. There goes the video. What was wrong with him, I guess, for doing that same exact video? No, it's like the thing is this, jokes aside, all that stuff, the main reason why he wanted Cinnabare to, or he wanted to do this defense video for Cinnabare, is because he said that, I think it was in that Lyle Convoy call, was that his circle was growing smaller. All right, he didn't have nobody that he could do content with. His editor got caught up for being a pedophile. Pretty much everybody was jumping ship or just not wanting to be bothered with him and stuff. So even when you look at like his like last few videos before he did that Cinnabare video, those videos was poorly received. Even when he did a video. He did a video on me talking about like where is TMossBoss right now. That video, not one single person had cared. And then even when he was talking about doing a video on me for Patreon and stuff, fam, nobody cared. That's the thing. Just a Robot, you are in a stage in your career where your career is dying. You are not the same creator that you once was a long time ago. People, yeah, you might have some fans that want to be cool with you, and my thing is this: if you wanted people to be in your circle, you literally, at the time being, you literally had over 200,000 subscribers. You had thousands of people watching your videos. Even the last video that he did on me, I think that video got like, what was it, 10, 11,000 views? You could have asked anybody that commented underneath that video. You could ask any of your followers on social media. You could have asked anybody, hey, who wants to be in a video? Who wants to... I'm saying, like, it's things like that I just don't, I don't understand. That's like, oh, it's like, you know, I can't find nobody in the Twitch community or in the YouTube community or in the TikTok, Instagram community to collaborate with. So I'm going to collaborate with, yeah, you know, we used his name earlier in this video, Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm like, yeah, if I go up missing, half my body ends up getting scattered around an apartment. The only person I can, well, you know what? No, I'm not going to, I'm going to pretty much pull it just a robot. I'm not going to blame myself. I'm going to blame society, squirrels, and the inventor of the freaking, I don't know, Teslas, Elon Musk. Yeah, we blaming everybody besides my own well-being. Yeah, it's like, man, that just don't even make no sense.
People are even bothering watching the video, or they just don't believe me. And after everything, I don't know.
Right.
Sorry if I'm sounding emotional.
No,
like
it's fine.
Listen,
I get
listen. I don't. Yeah. I've been working on my, like, this whole time I've been gone, I have been working on myself. I have been making sure not to overshare, like working on my oversharing habits.
The people, I just know that there's gonna be people all like, oh, you shouldn't be laughing at this man crying. My thing is this: switch the roles around. I just did a video crying, talking about just a robot. I just wish that he would leave me alone. Like I can't take this no more. It's getting overwhelming. I don't know what to do anymore. I can't sleep. Just a Robot would have had a field day with that video. So that's why I'm like, anybody, I guess, that's going to be commenting, talking about, oh, you shouldn't laugh at him, he's going through a rough time right now. I guess, like, my thing is this: how do you think the people, even if you're excluding myself out of the list, but the other people that he's harassed and bothered, you know, and put them in situations where they're going through it in a way and stuff, you know, and that just even add myself to it. I'm like, yeah, it was annoying dealing with him during that time frame and stuff, you know. It was annoying dealing with his fans. But the thing is this though: I went to sleep, I woke up, I thought about what could I do to better myself. I moved on with life, you know. So yeah, maybe he should do the same thing. But I mean, like, this content creating stuff though, he needs to move on from it. It's not for you. Every time, the thing is this, and I feel like that he knows that this is like content for him at the end of it. Like, oh, let me accept this call because I know he's gonna probably be recording it. So let me. That's the thing. You just really can't trust Just a Robot no more. Like, even on some stuff where you're wanting to do content to expose him for the person that he is, even then, still, it's like, do you think that he genuinely means the stuff that he's saying, or is he just doing it for content? From the Just a Robot that I knew, where my channel just throughout the years, it's I was getting ready to say growing up, and I'm like, I haven't known him that long, but just over the years, the Just a Robot that I've always known is the one that's about content. He's like, what video, even he's like, I don't care if it's on my channel, if it's on another person's channel or whoever, he's thinking along the lines, at the end of the day, this is going to, even if it is just one view on one of my videos and stuff, this is still going to do numbers for his channel. It's just he's not processing it though, but it's like you're not in a state of where it's like you're in a good standings. Like, people are going to be watching Yin, Kristen Nart, hold on for Yin. I was like, hold on, let me make sure I'm saying, but yeah, them, Cope and Seath, Chud Logic, they're gonna be watching those guys to see what they have to say about you and stuff. But it's like, whatever you got to say about yourself, it's like, fam, it's not trustworthy. We can't trust you on what you're saying about yourself, because you're gonna say some things that either doesn't make sense or you're just flat out lying.
Hard to know what the right thing to do sometimes is. Do you know about my very first editor?
I genuinely don't. I don't think so. If you, I probably might even know the name if you say it, but nah, not off the top of my head.
Joshua Montag.
Joshua. Oh no, that was a guy who he was like, wasn't he like he was friends with like Akuma at some point, right? Am I getting names mixed up?
No, you're getting names mixed up.
All right.
Yeah, he did fuck shit. Let's just say.
Okay.
I didn't
No,
know.
did say what he did. He was having inappropriate conversations with a minor. They ain't no, oh, he did something extremely bad. No, he'd had some inappropriate conversations with a minor, and the guy, I think his name is like Smash Productions or something like that. He posted a video talking about his interaction with Josh. And I know that because I don't think the people involved in that video, they don't want their to just be out there, but there was like this like, I think it was like a live stream, but it was a Discord call where it was just all these people that were just going off on Josh. And I ain't gonna say no names or what they were talking on, but it was but just even, I guess, like the main topics, like, yeah, it was like the him having an inappropriate conversation with the minor, and then just overall being a bad friend. So it was like, yeah, I guess maybe that, but yeah, the main thing though, I think that's what, sealed the deal for everybody, is when, yeah, he was having an inappropriate conversation with a minor and stuff, and it's like, fam, you can't do that. So
I didn't know what he
But
did.
that's what
In
he
fact, he
did.
didn't get outed until after he stopped working with me. People accused me of knowing. The FCK stuff happened. People accused me of knowing, and it's just really hard because like I want to make connections on the internet. It's just I'm always afraid to because like shit keeps hitting the fan. And then when it came to Cine, like the strat was to make a generic video, make a pro Cine video, then reach out to Jack and Eno, and then make a pro Jack and Eno video, and then like balance them all out. I understand.
So at some point in time, just based off of that, he was gonna stab Cinnabar in the back, and I guess like whoever makes a better friendship, between themselves and just the robot, those are gonna be the people. Because yeah, let's say he did do, I think that was the roommate's name, Jack. Yeah, so let's say he does this Cinnabar video. It's poorly received, but then he does a video talking about Jack, and it's like, oh, it's a greatly appreciated video. Jack loved it, everybody loved it. He becomes best friends. Oh yeah, he definitely would have threw Cinnabar to the curb. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, he just a robot, doesn't care about nobody besides himself. Even if you just read between the lines of what he's saying, he don't care about other people's feelings. He just wants friends. And it's like, fam, that's the thing that you need to understand. And maybe I'm overstepping my boundaries by saying this, but nobody wants to be friends with you. Nobody wants to be cool with you. Your family has to love you because they're your family. But at the end of the day, this world would not, the thing, I'm not trying to say anything overly disrespectful, but at the same time, it's like the world, or the people that know of you, it's like, let's just say if they didn't, they still would go through their lives. I guess those that truly do care about you, those are the ones that you need to be focused on. But the thing is this though, if you are sitting down thinking along the lines like, well, dang, don't nobody care about me, what are you doing to where it's getting people to that point to where they don't want to be bothered with you, they don't want to have no conversations with you? It's like, yeah, and the thing is this, if you do right by people, you don't have to worry about that. So it's like, why you want to do a pro Cine video, then you want to do a pro Jack video, and then you want to do a pro this video and pro that? Fam, stop doing that, okay? It's like, no, stop trying to get yourself involved in people's lives, and their lives would be doing perfectly fine if just a robot is not involved in it. You need to focus on yourself and focus on those that actually care about you. You have a girlfriend, and it's like, okay, focus on her. If your roommate, your best friend, focus on him. If you cool with your family, focus on them. Those are the only people that you need to focus on. But if you're focused on stuff that doesn't matter and you're trying to make it matter, no, a negative and a positive ain't gonna equal a positive. It's just gonna equal more negatives in your life. I don't know how many times I had to say that, but yeah, just a robot. I'm like, it's funny how he's always about like he wants to give out advice and help out people and do this, and it's like, no, you're the one that needs help. You need advice. You need to sit down and somebody needs to pat you on the head and be like, young man, it's like you're focused on the wrong things in life. It's like, come on, bro, grow up and focus on stuff that actually matters.
I've never done this before because I was like having so much cold feet, but like I knew if I didn't want to upload a video, I didn't have to upload that video. I didn't have to. It's just when Kumo did what he did, all my logic went out my brain. Like I try my best to avoid situations that make me afraid and make me angry, because you don't think logically when those things happen.
You don't do yourself a lot of favors, like, to be blunt.
I know.
Like,
I know.
let me just like obviously the blatant stuff, right? Like to have like 2 different videos with such like different like stances in it. Like again, like I think a lot more people will be understanding if it was just 2 scripts, right? Not like 2 fully
No.
edited videos. Do you understand what I
I
mean?
know. It's just because of my dyslexia, I've only used the script like maybe 10 times.
Oh no, I get that.
And
Yeah,
now
it
I'm
goes with
starting.
that
Yeah, now I'm starting
dyslexia.
to use it all the time.
Mm.
Like now, like I'm not like not with my reviews. Like I can do it, but if I do a drama video again, it's going to be scripted. But I'm trying. Sometimes I do question what is the right thing because life is complicated.
Mm.
You know about my upbringing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was taught like gays are evil. Like I didn't even know trans people existed. I didn't know about their existence, but like, and then you get out there in the world and you find another group and they say, oh, this is what's right. And then another group says that is what's right.
And that's when it's like, okay, and the thing is this, I'll have to say that I ain't gonna know, I ain't have no similar upbringings, but I would say that that's how most childhoods are. It's like where you're taught one thing, you get out. Some of the stuff that I was getting exposed to, I'm like, what is this? Like middle school, I'm like, why is there 8th graders smoking cigarettes in the hallway and stuff? High school comes around, I'm like, why is everybody gone on April 20th? I'm like, what's this 420 holiday that's not even on calendars and stuff? Where's some other things I ain't got? The thing is this, you as an individual, okay, it's because everybody, it's like just a robot, he thinks he's living a life where it's like he's he's just walking around and then there's people controlling strings. You're the one that's controlling the strings. You're the what, do they have a name for the person that controls the puppet and stuff? If not, the puppet controller. You're the puppet controller, bro. So it's like that's the thing. It's like him being Luke, he's trying to control just the robot, and it's like, fam, you are just a robot. So it's like you can say whatever, you can do whatever. You don't have to go based off of another person's opinion or whatever. Like it's one of those things. It's like, have your own opinion, but it has to be an opinion where it is right. You can't come up with a bad opinion and then be all like, oh well, because I say it's right, therefore it's right. No, it don't work like that. I'm like, I don't know how many times I ain't had an opinion on stuff and I've been wrong. Video games, for an example, I'll say that like there's the one video game where I'm always trash talking it, but I make it clear though, this is my opinion. If you guys don't like it, hey, the door, pretty much, But anyways, there's this game called X4 Foundations. Hate that game. Too complex. Tutorial takes like it's you. The thing is this: you can watch Titanic with commercials, with deleted scenes on whatever channel, you still will be in just the first half of the tutorial of that game. Don't like it, hated it, wish I could get my money back for the game. But that's the thing though. It's my opinion, and yeah, there's gonna probably be people that agree with me. There's gonna be people that don't agree with me. And yeah, I could be dead wrong. And I know I'm dead wrong about that game because there's people that sit down, they play that game, they know everything they need to know about it. But that's the thing though. They're having fun with that game. I'm not trying to take that away from them. I'm not trying to convince a person that's madly in love with this game. That's what you try doing. So somebody can say same situation. Let's just say he was making a video about why he hates X4 Foundation. You're trying to convince somebody that doesn't hate that game to hate that game because, oh, my best friend told me that was a bad game, so therefore I have to make a video about something my best friend said. It doesn't work like that. Like, that's the thing. It's like, have your opinion, but also accept and remember that it's like everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But it's like you can't force people to think along the lines like you, or be like, hey, you need to think along the lines like me, or else, or it's whatever. It's like you have your opinion about whatever, let them have their opinion. Not even let them, they are going to have their opinion. Whoever it is that you find yourself coming across, they are going to have their opinions about whatever it is that we're talking on and stuff. You can't change that. You can't have control over that. You can't control the narrative, especially with this situation where we all know that Cinnabare did something bad. You can't control the narrative on that, and then you're just expected, oh, you're the opinions that you guys had, throw that away, listen to my opinion and accept it. It don't work like that.
Everybody thinks they know the answer. It's
That's
complicated.
you.
And I've tried my best to be understanding. I've tried everything. It's just sometimes I feel like I'm always the issue. Like I don't belong. Sorry, I'm trauma dumping. I'll shut the fuck up. I don't want
Listen,
to have a I'm so lonely moment.
also keep in mind like who you're talking to.
I
Like,
know.
I understand you're going through a lot of crap, right? again, and I won't be like, I won't hide like I very much like you're not in my best. You're not in my best stead right now, if that makes sense.
I'm not.
I am willing to listen to you, if that makes sense.
You're willing to listen to me, but you're willing to listen to me. I get that. I know how you look at me. I know how everyone looks at me. I've been so careful. Like, I never. Do you know why no one has found my nudes?
I would assume because you haven't posted them.
Yes, I don't post my nudes. Do you know why?
Because
there's not.
I'm sorry, I'm quite blunt, but you know.
Yeah, I don't post my nudes. I don't. Do you know why no one found my degenerate fat furry roleplay?
You assume you didn't have one?
Yes, I didn't have one. Like, I knew when I joined the internet, stuff like this, like sexual stuff. I avoid it. And like nothing hurt me throughout all of this more than people accusing me of cheating on my girlfriend. Nothing hurt me more than that. Like I don't do sex. I try to avoid doing sexual things with people at all costs because I know it's always going to get leaked. Look at Destiny.
He tries, but he'll still send you a message saying, "Hey, you want to see my privates?" And then it's like, okay, the thing is this. So what happens when you, I guess, and here's the thing, he'll hear what I have to say, and he'll be all like, "Oh, well, obviously I'm not going to cheat on my girlfriend. I'm not going to." The thing is this, if Cinnabare was all like, okay, now show me the real thing, how do you think that would have went down? I guarantee and I promise you, it's like, yeah, it definitely would have been one of those conversations with him and his girlfriend where it's like, yeah, she would have most likely came out and did an exposing video on just the robot, and it's like, wow, shots fired. So yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, the way that he talks about it, it's like he knows that he'll do it one day, pretty much. So anyways,
yeah, look at Pyro, look at all these people.
Right. Again, like, I think like this the whole, again, like I know like people are saying it, but for me, I think it's like a much lesser thing in regards to like the whole stuff with Cine.
I know.
Like again, like I know it's an accusation against you. Of course, it's going to affect you. But like I think that's so much less ground on it.
yeah, because it's like ain't nobody gonna like, okay, just a robot cheating on his girlfriend. It's like, who's gonna sit down and watch that video? It's like, oh, okay. Anyways, moving on with the the rest of the news that's going on in the world. But yeah, just a robot defends a pedophile, and then he tries to make it seem like that what she did wasn't all that bad. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, yeah, that's pretty much like if we're playing a game of poker. That's because the best hand you could get, I think it's a royal flush. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like him cheating on his girlfriend. I'm like that, like what, maybe like 2 pairs or something like that. It still ain't no royal flush, bro.
And that you are autistic. I don't mean that in like in a derogatory way, right?
No, you're just...
and I have said this, right? Like, you are very pedantic with wording, like very like you will say something, in a way that like probably doesn't mean what you think it means. Also,
I know.
Which is one thing I did note in your recent video, because I had seen it. Like, and again, it also doesn't look like the best in terms, because I have to, like, I sit here and I can like see both sides of the argument the best I can, but like when you have like stuff that you are saying in call, and then you add stuff like after the fact in like the the text that comes up on screen and what you actually meant, again, like you don't have a lot of like people who are going to be exceedingly good faith with that, given like the way it sits, right, is that you made a video defending someone.
I know.
Like, I mean, of course, you've been hearing about it for a year.
More like 9 months.
And then people are sat here wondering like why. Like, and normally when people like switch up, like from the way it's like perceived, it kind of like looks like you had 2 videos made, right, with differing opinion, and you went with like you had one which was like it wasn't the best, but again, also like it was the
it wouldn't have destroyed me.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I would have gotten like maybe a few hate comments, and that's it. And
and again, like I know you're like going a bit rough here, but so you were saying like you looked into like people who were saying like Cine wasn't that bad, right? That creepy reading at one point, or is that an unrelated thing? I may be getting like my wires crossed.
It's not that important, but that creepy reading was like you should reach out to people, and I was like, oh, and like other people do this, like they get recorded calls and they have everything in front of them. Maybe I can do that. I knew this was a big thing, and all I know is here's what I have taken away from this. Ever since I joined the internet, I remember I told myself this: listen, Jar, don't talk about pedo stuff. Not against it or not against it or in favor of it. Either way, like don't say this.
That's what he said the first day he got into the internet. You know, it's like, look, he's looking into the mirror. He was like, look, Jar, all right, that we ain't gonna have none of this pedophile talk. Then it's like the mirror reflection. And it's like, okay, not right now. But at some point in time, we're gonna have this conversation. Like, we're not gonna have this conversation. This man was having a whole argument with himself and almost got into a physical altercation. He almost called the cops on himself. He's all like, look, bro, Jar is cutting up. All right. My name is Luke, but Jar is cutting up. They was like, who's Jar? Jar is Luke, and I am Jar. Yeah, I'm like, yes, like the 911 operators are like, yeah, bro, you definitely got the wrong number, you know, but we're gonna give you the number to the Arkham Asylum, you know, it's located in Gotham City. Yeah, you know, you might get some occasional visits from Batman. I think you're gonna be next door to, you know, some well-known notorious criminals and, you know, people and some creatures and stuff in Gotham City. But yeah, it's like you definitely need to go off in there. You know, you need to go a couple around. Like maybe Batman might knock some sense into you.
Person is a pedo or this person isn't a pedo. That's like what happens. It's going to end up bad for you in some way. Like just avoid that topic altogether. And I made sure to do that. Sorry, I'm getting off. I'm tired too. But like
you're fine. I mean,
I
understand what
I
you're
knew
saying there.
someone like me isn't the person to talk on that.
Yeah.
And I was trying to be careful.
It's like he says that. I'm like, well, why? Why is that? I'm like, what do you got going on to where? Because I guess like I don't know. With me, I'm trying to think of stuff where I wouldn't feel comfortable talking on it. I don't know. Like I guess like I ain't got nothing to hide because I'm like I look at life like this. Whatever it is that I'm going through, somebody else is most likely going through it too. So let's say it's a height thing or something. Like, you know, I'm looking, fam, I don't care if I'm short. I'm like, I don't know how many times I ain't cracked jokes about me being short where I'm all like, fam, the ground looked kind of close. I'm like, you know, I feel like tall people, it's like they look and it's like, dang, that ground looked kind of far away. I'm like, fam, there's been times where I'm like, I can fall down right now and that won't happen, or it won't hurt because I'm like, I'm short. It's things like, I don't know, I guess like maybe that I can't compare it, but I'm just using it as an example where it's like, whatever it is, I'm like, if somebody were to approach me on a conversation, it's like it's either I'm learning things from their perspective and then at some point in time try to develop my own opinion on the matter, or if it's something that I do know about, then I'm like, okay, well, I know what I'm going to say. I know I ain't got nothing to hide. I know there ain't nothing bad or evil or gonna be getting talked on and things. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, a conversation like this where it's like about Cinnamon being a pedophile, I'm like, I think it's clear as day, you know, what my opinion is going to be on that matter. So it's like, it's what my opinion has been since this situation had went viral and stuff. But anyways.
I told myself, listen, if I'm not comfortable with this is my cheapest editor. He'll get money out of it. I can always just not upload the video. I can always just not upload it.
You again, we live with the actions that we take. I know, like, I know that's like such a like a hand wave like thing to say.
I know. Like, I knew from the beginning, eventually I would have to fix the music for something. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I just never, yeah. Like I want to give you this warning, and this is not a threat because I can shoot myself. I could blow my brains out tomorrow and it will still happen. Eventually it will be your turn. Whether I'm around or not, eventually it will be. I'm not trying to say that as a threat. It's just a warning. It happens to everyone.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to be careful when it comes to stuff like this. Like, again, like
was he trying to say like, you know, everybody's gonna get canceled? No, everybody is not gonna get canceled, because my thing is this: if you know the difference from right and wrong, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You're the only one that doesn't know the difference. You're trying to make whatever is wrong right, and then you're trying to make whatever is right wrong. That's your like philosophy on life and things. And it's like, fam, you can't go about life that way, because there's going to be others that are not going to agree with you. So it's best when it's stuff like this and you know that you're going to say something, that's the thing. You should know whether you're saying something bad or good or something. But if you don't, then that's why I'm like, yeah, content creating ain't for you, because you don't even know what you're talking about half the time when you're doing a video. But I was going to say that though, you know, kind of getting off topic, but on topic, op block. If there's ever a time where it's like you and just a robot are having a conversation, I would like a VIP access. You know, I want my own little booth. I want, you know, like some merch or something. You know, like a specialized bucket of popcorn and things. I'm just saying. You know, I feel like I'm gonna have to be there for that moment. It's gonna be one of those things like we got a little glimpse of it and things. You know, and it brings a little tear to my eye. But yeah, I'm like we gotta see what that. I'm waiting for that to happen again.
I mean, one thing that doesn't.
I know it ain't going. Most likely ain't gonna happen for the rest of this call. But I'm just saying it would be nice.
Also, like, again, I have to ask because you did like endorse the video, the one that Vincent Martin made. I am genuinely like kind of like curious about like the takes that he did end up having in the video. Like, do you agree with them? Because like you basically like you kind of gave your stamp of approval on it, you know?
Well, I retweeted it out. Yeah, I think I should have. Originally, I was like, I think it would have been smarter to say at least there's one person on my side instead of what I did on Twitter.
But again, like, also you got to keep in mind, like, okay, so okay, then I have to ask, like, did you see the video like fully before you
did.
made the tweet? Okay.
I did.
Again, like, I understand, like, I'm just trying to like correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you're coming from like a place of like everyone is against you right now. This person is defending you. Did you like think about the contents within it?
Of course, I did.
Okay.
Of course, I did have issues with it. Like, I don't think it was like a really woke versus anti-woke thing going on.
Of course not. No.
I didn't think I think he was missing the point of that, but he was right when he said like Jar's story has stayed consistent. I was like, thank you for saying that, and I can tell that the guy also has like really strong, like he stays by his morals. Like I told him, like people accused me of reaching out to him or getting him to defend me. I didn't. He reached out to me, and same with Ratsu. Like people say you manipulated Ratsu, you manipulated this guy. If you get manipulated by someone like me, that's on you. At that point, like holy shit, you got manipulated by someone like me, really?
Because there's a few.
So there's like it's I guess like to somebody and that's why you see where a lot of his fans from back then, they're not fans of him no more, because it's just look how he talks about them. It's like, no, the thing is this. So back then, oh yeah, he was manipulating his fans left and right. It's like he was using them for his own gain, his own benefit. Because my question is this. Because the only reason why he did that Cinnamon video is because he knew his fans were gonna see it and stuff, and he was thinking like, oh, okay, I can, you know, like I still got 200 and something thousand subscribers. This might be the next big video to, you know, get my fans to watching and things. The thing is this though, without his fans, let's just say like just a robot, he was still that same small creator that I came across all those years ago. Do you think the videos that he has uploaded throughout the years, do you think he still would have uploaded those videos? It's either he would have and they would have been like 10 times worse than what they already are, or he never would have uploaded those videos. But yeah, it's like the thing is this, over the years, as he was like gaining subscribers, getting more views and all that stuff, he knew at the end of the day, he's like, okay, I'm controlling a crowd right now. I can tell them to move over here, they're gonna move over there, they're gonna, you know, like whatever and things. And then it's like, as the time went on, it's like, I think that his fans, they realized that I am being used. There's better out there. Like there's a creator that's just making content for me to just watch and be entertained by. Like they don't want me to, you know, get involved in their battles. They don't want me to, you know, it's like, no, they just want me to be entertained. That's what most content creators, what they do. Just a robot, on the other hand, yeah, it's like, you go back and you watch a lot of his videos, it's like, it's kind of like one of those situations, like, you know, you playing the record backwards and things, and there's some like hidden message. You look at any of the videos where he's starting drama, getting himself involved in drama, or trying to reignite some drama. Why do you think he was doing those videos? He wasn't doing them like, oh, the fans wanted this and this and that. No, bruh. That's the thing. Not any of his fans. Yeah, it might be like one or two fans that's asking for a TMossBoss video, but it's like, bro, none of your fans are asking for a TMossBoss video. So I guess like if we're talking like from like during that time frame and stuff. But yeah, it's just something where I'm like, the thing is this, you can be great, you can be I'm not saying like, you know, like he has his moments. No, I'm just saying like for the future, you know, you can be a great person, you can do great things. you have to, but it's something that you have to do. You can't just be all like, oh, I'm gonna be whoever I want to be, and people are gonna have to accept it. Because yeah, you're gonna turn around, you're gonna do some things, and people ain't gonna accept it. And you're gonna try to be all confused. Not no, bruh. It's something where I'm like, I'm gonna try to, because I'm pausing. I'm just get kind of carried away. But I'm just saying, it's like, yeah, it's like there's with just a robot, people like him. There's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Like
So.
flaws in like Vincent's video when it comes to certain aspects that I have to like kind of like put my foot down on. Putting aside like what your intentions are when it comes to stuff like what your intentions are with VidCon. Let's remove like the entire like the whole like was Jar trying to do anything like weird. If I remove that out of the side, the simple like part of like Mali's message when they're like basically like giving like a negative reaction to hanging out, like that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
There's a part again, like when
Go ahead.
yeah, no, when Vincent ends up having his debate with Valgi, Vincent does basically say an argument of like that wasn't a strong enough no, which I think that's insane, really. Is that fair?
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I first was like, oh, let's hang out. She was like, no, and I was like, oh, okay, let's meet up. No, and I was like, oh, can we like meet up? I'm paraphrasing here, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Can we like meet up for just a bit? And she was like, no, and then I was like, oh, okay, because like I was under the impression this was going to be a thing, but like, and I understand I messed up, but once she said like it only lasted a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And then I realized okay, they don't want to hang out, so let me walk around. And then suddenly I'm getting told I'm stalking them, and it's like, okay, what does that benefit me? Like, let's say I am following them. Okay, like I catch them. Now what?
Yeah, no, I get you. Like, I'm saying this like as like because
that's the thing. It just even with that trying to downplay it, it's like the thing is this. The times because I was like trying to think of it, but I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go based off of my own personal experience. There was this kid that I used to have issues with back in high school. Me and him, we didn't get along. When we see each other, it's like it's one of those things where he was one of those kids where it's like he talked a big game when he was with his friends and stuff, but by himself, I'm like, no, keep that same energy. I'm like, nah, it's a problem and stuff. But the thing is this though. If I knew that he was going to be in an area, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go somewhere else, or I'm like, I'm going to avoid him because I know there's going to be a problem and I'm not trying to get suspended from school. Because I'm trying to think, I think that was my senior. I think it was my senior year when all that stuff between me and him had went down. And no, and I was just all like, like, okay, I'm not trying to get suspended. I'm not trying to get expelled. I'm trying to graduate and all that stuff. I'm moving forward. But but if there is an issue, I'm like, okay, all that stuff is out the window and things. I'm like, I'm gonna handle mine. So, but yeah, overall though, it's like anytime when we would see each other, it's like, okay, I'm like, you go your way, I'm gonna go my way. There's a problem, then I'm like, but I'm not that one to start or cause problems and things. But yeah, it definitely was one of those situations where I'm like, I avoided him though, and I'm like, what was wrong with that? Like, okay, if you'd seen these individuals at VidCon, it's like, okay, avoid them. It's like, oh, it's like there they are. Then it's like, all right, let me move forward. But it's like you're not meeting up there with nobody. You knew that they were gonna be there and stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, fam. He could try to downplay that, make it seem like that. I truly personally believe that he was there to meet up with them. Because I mean, yeah, maybe he has gone to other VidCon events, but it's like I just find that mad strange where it's like you knew these individuals didn't want nothing to do with you, yet you still showed up. Maybe he already had his. Well, yeah, because I think you gotta like buy tickets beforehand and all that other stuff. So, but I would have showed up. But if I had seen them, I'm like, I ain't gonna. No, I'm like, I go over here, mind my business and stuff. And so yeah, then it's like it could have been like, oh yeah, we seen him at VidCon, but he avoided us and things, rather than like, oh, he was chasing us up escalators and throughout VidCon and was shaking our hands with a Ricky Ricardo accent and stuff. It's like, okay, it wasn't that, but I'm just saying, it's like, yeah, but it's like, it's just weird. This stuff like that is weird. And it's like, why are you carrying on that way? If they don't want to be bothered with you, they don't want to be bothered with you. But it's like that year you were stalking them, but then the other year you just so happened to sit at the same table that they were at. I was like, man, get out of here with that.
This is a person, like, I'm not like trying to say like, oh, you should cut off Vincent, like all that crap, right? I'm not trying to do that at all.
Well,
what I'm saying is like, as in it, like, and you're saying like it was like a no, to like hanging out with you and stuff like that. And Vincent's defense is that it wasn't a strong enough no. It's not very it's not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was what he's saying is it wasn't clear to me because it really wasn't. First, I was like, "Oh, you don't want to hang out? Oh well. You want to meet up? No. Oh, you want to just like meet up for a second? Also no." And I was like, "Oh fuck! I thought we were doing this. Like I thought."
So what was not clear about that? The thing is this: if somebody says that they don't want to hang out with me, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, what about this? No, I don't want to hang out. Oh, well, maybe because it seems like, you a busy person and things. Oh, I remember this is your off day. You don't usually do nothing that day. How about that? No, I want to hang out. Oh, okay. Well, I know what kind of friendship this is. There ain't no friendship. Plot twist. So, yeah, I'm like, that's one of those things where right then and there, I would have cut off contact with that individual. I'm like, we ain't cool. We ain't cool. But, yeah, it's like, I'm not going to be all like, oh, well, I'm going to hang out with you anyways. Because it's like, okay, my thing is this. Let's say it wasn't stalking. Let's say you just wanted to approach them. What was the reason for approaching them? They don't want to hang out with you. Or at least the Mally Malware girl, she don't want to hang out with you. So what reason did you have to approach her? You cut off Harley TBS because, they criticized my thumbnail. What reason did you have to approach them? And the Ponder Sprocket, they didn't want, or I think that was the person's name. He shook their hand and was all like, oh, I'm just a robot, and laughed like a nut. But anyways, but no, it's like, what reason did you have to approach them? You like, fam, you had no reason to approach them. They didn't want to be bothered with you. So that's the thing you're not understanding, is that when they say no, they mean no. No doesn't mean then this native language that was from the 1600s. No meant yes in some occasions. No, fam. In 2023, I think, yeah, that the first VidCon event in 2023 in this good old country called the United States of America, no means no. Point blank, period. I'm just saying.
That's like what was the plan. And
yeah. So like,
yeah, so I was a little thrown for a loop, and like, listen, I haven't tried to contact them like after everything that happened. Like I haven't. Like,
yeah, because they probably got him blocked all across social. Well, I think, probably they got him blocked. So.
They reached out to me about the Peaches during the Peaches drama. They deleted their comment immediately, so I had the notification. I replied with question mark. I forgot what they said in response after that. I told them I didn't want any involvement with that, because even though I, of course, changed my mind, I still talked about the new Peaches stuff. But like, I didn't want to talk to them about that because I was afraid I would say the wrong thing and upset them, because I don't get how people work sometimes. I don't understand social cues very well, as you can tell.
Yeah, of course.
I guess, yeah. The funny thing is, I'm like, so I guess, like, no, going back to that op block situation. Yeah, it's like op block. Even though he said that he doesn't want to have a conversation with you, in there used to be this this native language, from some years back, called Moss English. It was this language started by my family, all them years ago and stuff. But so when he said that he doesn't want to talk with you, in our native tongue, that translates that he wants to have a conversation with you, a long, extensive conversation, So yeah, he's like, if you guys want to learn a little bit about the Moss language and stuff, I got this college where I teach it and stuff, and it's got my class Mossology, where we teach you all things Moss related, not that Moss that be grown on stuff and things, but my version, of Moss. But anyways, you see how silly that sounds? It's like, man, it's again, just a robot. Just stop, bro.
Again, like, I'm not like even like removing like I said, like, what I'm saying with this is, like, just because someone is defending you, it doesn't, like, you need to sort of like understand like what someone is defending you like about, because again, like, I'd be so mad, right, if someone defended me, like I made a video defending me, and then it like either one relitigated, or two, made you look worse, or like makes the basically me like, obviously it's basically kind of thing like, oh, this is the person defending this person, like, come on, like that type of thing, you know what I mean?
At this point, I'm trying to understand what you're saying, but at this point, it doesn't feel like every time I say anything, it gets misconstrued, or anytime someone says something in favor of me, it gets misconstrued into like very cartoonishly bad. Like, I know there's going to be a bunch of videos being made now with thumbnails saying Jar's latest response makes him look worse than ever before. And I'm trying. I never thought I would be put in a situation like this. Like, okay, I knew I would be put in a situation like this, but not like this. Like I always knew I would get canceled one day. It comes for us all. You can't be perfect forever. Eventually, you're going to do something really stupid. Like, at least I didn't abuse my girlfriend or anything. Like,
Oh no, I
like,
don't
of
think anyone's
course.
accusing you of that.
Oh no, no one. I'm referencing I'm Alex.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I'm like, if a video comes out where it's of his girlfriend, or if somebody out like, yeah, you know, just a robot put hands on his girlfriend, I'm like, did you say this video where it's like, well, at least I didn't do this, and then you just turn around and do it anyways? It's like your thought process, it's not a very good thought process, huh? But anyways,
Like, I know I don't have the best control over my emotions. And that's why I try to avoid stressful situations. And I know that's ironic coming from a drama channel, but I also want to do the right thing. And sometimes I just
it's like he tries to avoid them, yet he keeps putting himself more and more involved. That don't make no sense.
Like, I thought Ponder did such a good job for the longest time, but Peaches, I thought, okay, like Peaches got canceled harder than Kiro the Wolf. There's no way Peaches is guilty at this point. Like, she has to be innocent of everything. Fuck no. I just don't know what to do sometimes. I want to do the right thing. I just don't know how.
Before like you release a video, or like when you're writing a script or anything like that, do you ever like what kinds of people are like you like getting thoughts and feelings about this from? Like, you don't have to say anyone specific. Like, again, like if you're saying you have a problem, okay. So like if you're saying you struggle like with wording yourself sometimes, or you struggle.
You know, I would love to see Just a Robot in an episode of Jeopardy. That would, I'm telling you right now, man, it would be one of those things where I would be in the crowd, just like, bro, laughing hysterically, bro. Like, no, I'm saying, like, if he was on an episode, because it'll be like something simple. It's like, oh, who was the Super Bowl champion of like Super Bowl, you know, 50 something, right? And he's like, I don't understand the question. He's like, when were Bowls super? The camera is just gonna, like, it's just gonna pan over to me, and it's just tears rolling down my face, like holding on to people, like, nah, my stomach, it hurts. I'm like, no, you guys gonna have to take me to the hospital. I'm laughing too hard and stuff. And I'm like, no, it's like, what does he mean a bowl being super? I'm like, not talking about superheroes. It's a sport. It's an event and things. You ain't never heard of it. He's like, I don't understand the question. Like, it's like, fam, well, it's like, yeah, it's what? Then it's like you kind of, it's like you get sucked into that mindset, and now it's like you like lay it out on the floor foaming at the mouth because, yeah, Just a Robot, it's like, yeah, he's a virus in a way, you know. It's like, yeah, it's like he's the whole mechanical robot thing. It makes sense now. He wasn't the robot that he thought he was. He was that virus that shut down the Dell computer back in 2005.
With like understanding certain things, what kinds of people are like there to like
like, no, that's exactly, I just got to thinking about it. That's exactly what Just a Robot was. You know, them viruses that used to exist on LimeWire? Imagine, the thing is this, imagine if let's just say the movie iRobot, they had like an alternate start to that movie and stuff, where, yeah, Will Smith, he's just, you know, he's just looking through like all this like music, downloading it and all that other stuff, and then he put it in his iPod, and he's like, hey, well, I know this robot, it has speakers on it and stuff, you know, so let me play the music, and then realize he was downloading the virus, put it in the robot. That's how this you know, this whole situation went about. Dang, that's actually that might be a good movie. It seemed like it was probably, could be like an MTV movie or something. But yeah, I'm like, I would watch that. You know, I don't think I'd pay money for that movie, even though it's my idea. But yeah, I would watch it.
To like, you know, make sure that like you are articulating yourself in the way that you are meaning to articulate yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
sometimes
do you have like a support network for that?
Not like a whole group. Like, okay, I did, but they all got canceled one after another.
Right.
Like, every time I would ask for advice from someone, like, I would be like in a group with people, like, oh, hey, is this okay? But I also have to be careful, because even asking for advice, because there are people out there who would want to take advantage of me or use me to push their agenda. And I really hate it when someone says scrap the whole thing. And I really can't stand that. It's like, listen, it doesn't matter how bad a video is, you can salvage anything if you like.
But like, obviously, it depends on the video's context, right?
Of course. Like, listen, when it comes to a video about, I don't know, fucking Star Wars, I almost never ask for anyone's advice on that, because I'm like, it's Star Wars. What if it's a serious topic? I'm like, okay, I need help with this. I hate it when people say he's making a video by committee. I don't have a fucking Senate group that votes on stuff like yes or no. It doesn't work like that. That's so stupid. I just
No, I get you.
have a hard time articulating myself sometimes. And there are a lot more people who are more socially aware than me, and they will say something like, "Listen, I know you find this joke funny, but it will fly over a lot of people's heads. Probably don't make it."
Again, like I'm aware that like Laya wouldn't have been like around you when this like video came out, or like wasn't involved, or like did any of the proofreading and stuff like that. But like, were people there to like check that stuff when it came to the Cinebear topic? You know?
Well, yeah, there was like Miss Anthroponi Akumu, and then there was like gonna ask some Goblin Girl and Cine their thoughts on it. Then after that, I was like, okay, time to reach out to Jack and Eno. And of course, there was going to be my roommate who was coming home from his business trip, and I do have another roommate, but they just stay in the room playing dinosaur games all day.
No, that's fair. I mean,
And-
so like when it came to like Akumu and people like that, did you like what? Like, was it what like did you end up showing them? Was that like the first video that you had in mind?
And I'm like, whoever that roommate is, that's the roommate where he's just there, or whoever they are, they're just there to like, you know, they needed a place to stay. They was like, look, I pay my you know, side of the rent, I paid the side of the bills and all that stuff. I just keep to myself. I don't want to be bothered with you guys' you know, career and content creating stuff and all that. He's like, I'm chilling, you know. So he's like, yeah, whatever you got going on, that's on you, bro. But do not get me involved. Whoever that roommate is, that's the smart roommate.
Oh, like
No,
the
no,
first
that-
version.
No, the one that got leaked.
And what were their
Yeah,
thoughts on that?
Miss Anthroponi, whatever it was, they deleted it.
Okay.
Or they didn't even give me anything, and Akumu didn't even get the link to it because I prepare for every time I see someone get canceled. I always make a mental note about how they got canceled, what they did, and I tell myself, okay, I will not do that. I didn't expect Kumo to do that. I didn't expect him to completely upload it onto his channel. It made me freak out because I never saw that coming. I've never heard of anyone doing that before.
Right.
And it completely caught me off guard. And I know that would only happen to someone like me, someone who doesn't really use a script. Whom, of course, Kumo did this. Of course, he did. Like, I didn't want him to get his hands on the video because I knew he would do something stupid.
Right.
And I was the fool. I was so stupid, and like, I just never even heard of that happening, so I never prepared myself for it. And a part of me did think.
So it's like, and people were saying that too, where it's like, okay, hey, Kumo had leaked out my video. That's not the final draft. The final draft is going to be coming out at some point in time. I'm just still working on it, you know, trying to go over the documents and all that stuff. But that was just it's an early access video. You know, it's not the final draft. Final draft come out. You take your time on the video, go through the documents with your roommate, whatever it is that you need to do. I still feel like that nothing would have changed. I still feel like that whatever he wanted to say, he still would have said it, even with the knowledge of whatever was said in the documents. I just think that there probably was like a part of him that did, you know a little bit about some of this. He's just not going to come out and say that because he's trying to save face. And it's like, fam, you can't save face when people are literally kicking it in right now. Like, nah, bro. The thing is this, regardless, still, at the end of the day, you messed up. You should have never did no defense video for Cinebear.
I did feel bad for Cine, but on the other hand, I also did feel bad for Eno. I will say this, though. I started off this whole thing feeling bad for Jack, and I felt less and less bad for Jack as time has gone on. In fact, Jack is the one person who has been on a constant trajectory downwards, of my opinion of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've got quite the storied internet footprint at this point.
Yeah, and I just never thought that something like this would happen. Like, it just caught me off guard so much.
Yeah, I get
And
you.
listen, I know you're friends with people like Thuman and others who don't like me. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay? I know you don't have my best. You want to hear me out, but you don't have my best interest at heart. I know.
That's true. Yeah. I
know you
again,
don't.
like I'll be blunt with it, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm used to it. I'm trying to be better. I keep trying. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong sometimes.
And you've probably thought about this. I think it would be best if, when it comes to topics like these, to don't do it. Don't
I know.
go into these topics again.
I know.
He's going. The thing is this. If it ain't this, he's just gonna find something else that's either worse or on the same level, and he's gonna talk about that.
I'm trying to be so careful. I just never thought because do you know about the Chaos 55T drama?
I've heard of that because their name keeps. I've heard of
Point
that
is,
because their name keeps coming up recently.
okay. The point is, someone accused them of grooming,
Mhm.
and I thought back then, well, I'm not calling her a pedo because the person is saying that they were the older party. So like clearly, grooming. If child grooming is bad, like child grooming is bad. Clearly, what grooming means is when you try to get with someone. So if an adult tries to get with a kid, that's child grooming. So if you just try to get with someone, it's just normal grooming. And I know that's stupid, but I isolated all my life and all this other shit. So I just was like, well, I'm not calling you a pedo, so like this should be fine. And then Ponder got mad at me and said, like, oh, you were falsely accusing Chaos of being a pedo. How dare you? And all that. And I thought, oh, so you have to be a pedo in order to groom. Now I get it. And like, if you've seen Ponder's videos on Cosmodor, she was like, oh, Cosmodor is objectively not a pedo. And I just don't get how this stuff works. It just, everything seems like grooming and pedo and predator. Everything time I hear someone talk about it, it seems like it contradicts like the rules of the last video I saw on this topic. Sorry if that was very broken English.
It's fine. I mean,
Yeah, like
it's all about like the way a lot of the way that in terms of these types of videos is it's based around the wording, right? If you use the incorrect word or you use something that's like not specifically like a label, it could be seen as mitigating.
I
Like
know.
for example, like by saying something like, oh, I don't know, they're not a groomer. They've just done something like it's bad, but then I don't think they're a child groomer or like stuff like that.
I know. Like, listen, if I could go back in time and change it, I would. I just didn't think Kuma would do what he did, and I've kept that opinion consistent.
Yeah.
I just wish people would understand that and not hate on me so much. Like, it's just unbelievable. Like how much how much I've lost. I've been completely taken out of the algorithm. I've got kicked from like almost every Discord group I've been in. Like every time I search my name up, I can't even find my channel. It's just a lot, and I was like, I was dumbfounded because I was like, I think I'm getting canceled harder than Cinny. Like I didn't groom no one. I didn't be in the FCK. I never sent.
It's the thing is this, it's to me, I find that funny. I find it comical because I'm like, fam, that's what you have been doing to content creators for years. So it's him seeing it for himself for the first time. I find that funny. I'm like, fam, that is hilarious. Good. The thing is this, I'm happy you're finally getting a taste of your own medicine. I'm like, that's what you have been needing for the longest time. All right. So yeah, bro, it's one of those, because no, I remember that's how it was for me when me and him was going through our drama. Yeah, like from 20, well, I had to say like it was really bad, like 2018, 19 and stuff, because I mean these guys, they're trying to do any and everything that they possibly can to get me canceled and stuff. So I think what their goal was that they wanted to have a topic serious enough, and that's why they did that whole suicidal girl situation. I'm like, man, I really wish that people would start asking him about that. Like, obviously he's gonna lie about it and stuff, but yeah, it's like it's one of those things where no, so he had one of his fans to pretend being suicidal, made all this, like him and the other fans, they made all this content out of it and stuff. But I think that's what the goal was too, is that they wanted that video to go viral, or the videos to go viral, and then had it where it was like, guys like Keemstar and Scarce, and at the time being. But yeah, it's like they wanted me to pretty much be in this situation that he's in right now. And I'm like, okay, that's the thing though. Nobody knows of us. It's like, yeah, there might be some people that know of us, but at the end of the day, it's like we're not big enough creators and things, I guess, for stuff like this to go viral. But they were all like, oh, let's just have a story serious enough. And I'm like, okay, well, the story is inconsistent. It's like, who is this girl? Where does she come from? Why does it show that her account just got created? Why is it that it's like right after all this stuff happened, it's like you guys had your videos like lined up like soldiers on the front line and stuff? It just shot out the videos at the same time. It's like, yeah, to me, it's just, and then to have it where there's other fans literally repeating what she had did and stuff. So yeah, and then just to find out too, like not too long ago, it was one of the girl that was pretending to be suicidal. One of her friends had reached out to me and told me that yeah, she was never suicidal. They had just did that for content. And I'm like, man, it trips me out that it's like it was that bad. But no, yeah, getting back to the to the dislikes, the hate. Yeah, I look up my name, Just the Robots videos will pop up first. What else? Yeah, it was like, it's still one of those things where it's like a lot of those videos I uploaded from that time being, it's like they still have, because I mean they were just getting bombarded with dislikes and things and hate comments. So yeah, a lot of those videos, it was like they just was like poorly received and it wasn't really showing up in the algorithm. And it was at times I was reacting to stuff where I'm like, anybody's gonna be watching a reaction to that. Not mine, because I'm like, yeah, it's like you can't even find it. So it's just, having it to where it's like I had to spend years trying to, get my channel back into a good stage and stuff. It's like, yeah, but it's a lot, and then it's like trying this. So I'm still working on it to this day. I'm just not as serious as I need to be. But yeah, luckily, thank God it was the shorts, because I'm like, the shorts, it really did help my channel. Like, it gave me what I should have gotten a long time ago, where it's like a successful channel and things. But anyway, but yeah, it's like, there's still work to do and stuff. I guess like with me, it's like, yeah, it's like, it's just being involved in like in a drama where I shouldn't even been involved in the first place. But yeah, in his case, it's like, yeah, bro, this is like drama where it's like, everybody is like, they're gonna be looking at you like, fam, what you got going on? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why are you being accused of this? Why are you talking about dumb stuff in these calls and things? So anyway,
fucking CP to anyone or did anything inappropriate with kids. And like, I feel like people, I know this is paranoia. You may laugh at me for this, or you think I'm being too paranoid. Sometimes I think people wish, like, just want me to be a pedophile. Like, they're like, we need a reason to hate you, and we want you to be gone forever. Please do something to a child.
it's like, well, the thing is this, you might not have cases on yourself like EDP, Cinnabar, and all this other, but it's like the conversations that you have, the way that you're like so for this, it's like you're a like an amateur pedophile. Okay, yeah, let's not just call it like, because yeah, there's like professionals and then there's the amateurs where they're trying to get into the business. You're trying to get into the business when you're doing videos where you're explaining how to get away with being a pedophile. Then you did a video where you're defending a pedophile. You decided not to do a video on your editor that got called out for being a pedophile. What else? It's like I'm trying to and then it was the call that he was a part of where he literally told the same joke. And then on top of that, the crap that you went through where you were asking a child for inappropriate art. Fam, it's one of those things where I'm like, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's not going to be a dog. It's not going to be a cow. It's not going to be an airplane. It's not going to be a skyscraper in the middle of New York City. It is a DUCK. It is a duck, bro. Like,
I never thought that about my worst enemy. I never said, oh, I hope they do something to kids so they're gone forever. I never wished that, but I feel like everybody wishes that about me. Maybe I'm just being stupid.
I think a lot of like the negativity can make you think like people would want you like gone for that. Obviously there are people like, it's the internet, right? There's any number of people who can have any number of different opinions or say any number of different things, right? I think those with voices, in terms of like the creators, in terms of people covering you, they don't think that. They are going to you after you for the things that you have done specifically. I know there's like things that you obviously like disagree with, right? In that respect, but these are the things that people are like questioning about you from what they can see, if that makes sense.
I understand that. That does make sense. It's just sometimes I have to ask, what have I done? Because first it's like every time, what is it? Is it the one fart image I saw? Therefore, I'm going to be known as a fart fetish for the rest of my days because I sent one funny fart picture one time.
Well,
is that the thing I have done?
Well,
sorry if I'm getting a little snappy.
No, you're fine. Look, I can be blunt and say what you have done, whether intentionally or not. Okay, in terms of what has been put out there, you have defended a child groomer with a video that you put out onto a public platform. You have harassed people who didn't want to speak to you at a convention. Now,
okay. I'm all right. Let's see the evidence for that. I'm sure there's plenty. I'm sure plenty of like videos of me running after them. Let's see it.
Okay, listen, and again, I can be like, I'm being general here, right? And that is like you wanting to go up to these people and be around them when they do not want to spend time with you. If you want me to be more specific, right? I think.
Oh, okay, and then a year, a fucking. Sorry, I want to keep my emotions in check. Sorry,
you're fine.
Like, I really wanted to hang out with them. They said no. I tried to lower it. They kept on saying no. Eventually, I gave up. I shook Ponder's hand. I thought it was funny, and she didn't make it clear. Well, only one did, and that was the one I asked.
So that's it. So everybody else didn't. So the thing is this. He wasn't harassing Mally Malware. I believe that was the one. Yeah, he was like messaging and stuff, and she was like, "No, I don't want no parts of you and things." Everybody else didn't say no, so therefore it's okay if it's everybody else. But I guess, like, yeah, that's he made eye contact with everybody else besides Mally Malware. I don't think you don't understand, like, if a group of people, you have issues, you know you have issues with these group of people. That's something where it's like you ain't gonna play dumb and act like it's like, oh, you know that you ain't cool with these people. Why are you trying to approach them? Why are you trying to have conversations with them? Why are you shaking their hands? Fam, my thing is this. If I know that there is somebody out there where me and them are gonna be in the same area, whether it was co-workers at my old job, customers at my old job, people from content creating, kids I went to school with, whether I was in school or even out of school. It's one of those things where I'm like, if I know that me and this individual, we have problems, I have nothing to say to them. I'm like, fam, I'm like, you gonna be thinking that I'm the one that cut them off, and they were the ones that, so I'm like, they cut you off, bro. They ain't want nothing to do with you. But I'm like, the way that I've been going about that, I've been like, no, I'm gonna act like I cut them off. I don't want nothing to do with them. If that's how they gonna treat me, then it's whatever. But the thing is this, though, you guys sit down and think about it. What did you say and do to where all of them as a collective said, we don't want nothing to do with just the robot? You did something. So it's like, whatever that is, that's why they don't want to be bothered with you.
I was like, listen, too many of them hate me. I'm just going to do my own thing. And now they think I'm following them on all this other stuff. There's no evidence of it. They said no. I pushed a little bit. They said no again. Fine. They don't want to hang out. Please stop accusing me of following you when I'm not. And that made me
So
really
what was
paranoid.
you doing?
I knew when I saw them like talking about it, I knew they're only going to come. They're not coming forward about it. They're only going to do it when I get canceled.
Okay.
And that's what happened.
I believe at one point you did end up saying, like, your original thought again, correct me if I'm wrong, when going up to them to shake their hand was to, like, obviously not do the actual, like, complete thing, and that you would be referenced that, but when iDubbbz went up to Tana Monju, whatever her name is, like, you were going to go, like,
nobody don't know that girl's last name. I don't even know her last name, but I know who he's talking about.
It'd say just a robot, or like something like that. Was that something that, like, because I believe that was something you were originally going to do. You ended up doing it. I'm not saying you did, right? Is that right? Okay, so
I think whoa.
Okay.
I think I brought that up as an example in my video because I was like, how come iDubbbz is not getting hate for this, but I can get more. He put
he was. I remember iDubbbz. I don't think, because I think he was the more bigger creator than that Tana Mongoose Monjo, whatever her last name is. But anyways, but yeah, overall though, like, no, iDubbbz, I do remember he was. There were people that were they felt that what he said and did was just, it was weird. You invaded this girl's privacy. She didn't want to be bothered with you. So it's like, I mean, it might not been like how it is with just a robot and the group that he was harassing. I was like, yeah, but everybody that was involved in that group. But still though, it's that invading a person's personal space where you know that something negative, it's going to be a negative interaction. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's one of those things where you just got to sit down and think about it. It's like, you as an adult, as a grown man, should not be carrying on like that. If these people don't want to be bothered with you, they don't want to be bothered with you. That don't mean, oh, let me do this but differently than iDubbbz. Oh, let me do exactly what iDubbbz did. Let me do this. No, bruh. If they don't want to be bothered with you, they don't want to be bothered with you. Accept it.
It's not like I did that, comparing it to the iDubbbz thing, which people told me I'm not allowed to compare things anymore.
My apologies then. I did misremember. But in terms of that, like, in terms of a comparison, see, obviously you didn't go like what iDubbbz did and said, right? Not precisely, but you, in terms of why people were like, some people did have issues with what iDubbbz did there, because Tana didn't want to talk to him, didn't want to, like, didn't want him there, and did it anyway. That's like, that would be the fair comparison, see that, and that would have made that person uncomfortable, and I'm sure you can understand why that might make someone uncomfortable now.
Well, yeah. Like, listen, I'm going to be honest here. I don't give a fuck when it came to the Ponder thing at VidCon. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, I'm going to be 100% real with you, even if she was made uncomfortable about it. I actually don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to be 100% blunt here. Everyone else, fine. The Ponder thing, though, I thought it was funny. And then as soon as she realized who I was and she screamed, "Oh my God," I just let go of her hand immediately and walked away. But then she added in, like, he squeezed my hand and all this other stuff. And I'm like, ugh.
I do want to, like, again, like, I'm chill with Falky. And so I do kind of want to, like understand, like, your thoughts. Okay. Like, because obviously, like, your message to me was, like, you think he's bad faith, right?
Yeah.
Obviously,
if you want to
like,
be friends with him, that's fine.
no, I
I'm
know.
not your
Well,
friend.
I know. I'm just letting you know, right? So there's some transparency there. He had messaged me, like, because I was a bit, like, surprised that you sent me a friend request, and I was like, oh, just the robot send me a friend request, you know. And he had messaged me saying, like, look, if he does want to have a talk, and, you know, he will be civil, he will be calm, and he will, like, hear you out in terms of, like, having just a genuine conversation. If that's
Okay.
and I'm just like, it doesn't need to be now. It doesn't. I don't like. I'm not gonna, like, say get on his stream, you know, right? But, like, again, like, that is something that you could do, like, and he will be civil. And if he doesn't, then just leave, right? Just leave
Okay.
the call. Like, I'm just saying, is this like
My thing is this: if he sits down and he has one full call with the op block, like, there, it's like just a robot and the op block call. I'll have a call with just a robot. I'm throwing it out on the table. I'm like, whatever he wants to talk about, whatever he wants to ask me, accuse me of some stuff. I'm like, because I just know that it's gonna be funny, and I'm like, it is going to be nothing but pure entertainment. So yeah, if he does, then yeah, sure, I'll hold up my my end of the deal and things, you know, that form of a deal. But yeah, because I'm like, I just know that if, like, this is just the robot, even if he wants to go back into his 2016 through 2020 just a robot mindset and stuff, I'm like, you do whatever you need to do. But yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Is it in between? Because, like, he.
I get.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer to sleep on it, but
yeah, that's fine.
You need to understand. Can I tell you the worst part about having what I have?
Sure.
I have this. This is why, if you see my video on Vincent Skullman, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt when he admitted to manipulating me. He admitted to manipulating me, but I still didn't believe he did that at the time. At the time, I didn't believe he did that because I was like, I know you admitted to it, but you're on the spectrum like I am. I think you just appeased Lio because you didn't want to be there so badly that you were like, listen, I'm guilty. Can I go home now? Kind of thing. Like, not understanding the future social consequences of that. So, like, I'm the same way. Like, I'm always nervous to get it. Like, this is why these calls are so difficult. Like, why I prefer there to be a mediator, because I have such a hard time not just.
What he wants the same thing where when he had that call with Mally Malware, he because there was a mediator. There was a person that was modding the host of that. So I'm like, yeah, it's just words ain't word right now. I'm a little bit on the tired side, but anyways, it's usually I don't be doing videos at night. I just try to get my live streaming stuff out the way and move on forward. But anyways, yeah, there was a person that was like kind of over their conversation. What did he do with that? Got his roommate involved because he like, oh, my brain, my autism. He's like, I can't think straight. He's like, hey roommate, say, like, let's tag each other in. It's like, what is this, a wrestling match? It's like, no, bro, it's a one-on-one conversation. Have it with Malware. But it's like, bro, what do you need to get your roommate involved in? So yeah, he don't want nobody to like, there's somebody that's going it's like they refereeing the conversation. No, he wants it to be because I'm a wrestling fan, he wants it to be I don't mean this in like a derogatory or like, but he wants it to be a handicap match. That's an actual match. Look it up. It's like, it's pretty much, it's two people going up against one. But anyways,
bending the knee because I do crack under pressure and I'm just not used to this kind of stuff.
Again, like, I'm not gonna force you to do anything. I physically cannot, right? But again, sleep whenever you decide to go to sleep, right? Sleep on it, think on it, and you can have a discussion. You can set, like, ground rules in terms of having the discussion. I've done this more than once, right? Where I've had to mediate a call, or I've had to do these kind of things, like,
yes,
in terms of speaking to people.
Don't take this the wrong way. Don't take this the wrong way, but I can tell you're biased.
Oh no,
we all have bias. We all do.
I've been quite blunt about that. But
yeah,
I'm just trying to articulate myself in the way that you may understand my point.
But I just want, all I want people to do is stop painting me as a monster. Like, people are acting like I was going to like Jar could have raped you, Cinny. That was probably his end goal.
Hmm.
Oh, he was leering at girls and wanting to rape them. He was doing this. He get boners, and I have such a low sex drive. I don't think people understand this. Like, I have a very low one.
Again, like,
But
okay,
sorry,
so
oversharing,
yeah, you're
oversharing.
oversharing. I
It's
wouldn't
oversharing,
say
like,
that.
yeah, bro. It's like I don't need to hear that. Like you told me that information for what? I'm like, that's not something where it's like I got a notepad and I'm like, yeah, that's one of those things where you just kind of like stop and you look up and it's like, fam, what are you talking about? I'm like, why did you tell me that information? That's one of those things where I'm like, I don't need to know that, bro.
You're fine. So with like the whole, I will point out to you, everyone thinks that what Kumo said there was insane. Like
I know.
everyone with like
No,
everyone
no.
who's been
I
covering
know you're
you,
right. You're right.
everyone who thinks that's insane. I know it doesn't change the fact he said it, but you know, because I don't know if you've seen I don't know if you see like people who talk about you. I don't know, like, because I know a lot of people don't like looking at like stuff when it comes to them. When people are talking about them on like streams and videos and all this stuff. So I didn't know.
Yeah, like, I know no one agrees with Kumo. Like, I know when that came out, even Lio and Chud were like, "Fuck you, Kumo." Like, even they
Right.
said that. But it really hurt me that I know being a public figure, I need to get over this shit because people are gonna have their opinions. But it really hurts me when people jump to those conclusions about me. Like, Jesus. Like, I know it was just him and Goblin.
Mm.
But fuck, man, that was like, wow. Like, Kumo, I don't think you understand. Kumo has been on my ass forever. Like, ever since I got those okay, let me ask you something. And here's what pisses me off about most people. Out of everybody in that group chat you're in, have any of them ever dealt with someone photoshopping them grooming a 13-year-old?
What group chat I'm in? Wait, what?
The one we just left.
Over server?
Yeah. Has any of them ever had to deal with someone photoshopping them grooming a 13-year-old for months?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I can't name another commentator who has dealt with that, but it's me who dealt with that. I can't think of another person who has received false murder allegations, but I've gotten that. I just sometimes think I'm the most unlucky and like the luckiest and the unluckiest person in this corner of the internet. Every victory
So he thinks it's smart to put other people through it, or he thinks it's a good idea to put other people through that type of stuff. He's like, oh, I want you to experience, if not the same thing, something similar to it. And it's like, again, it doesn't work like that. So anyway,
ever had was because of luck. Every defeat I've ever had was because of bad luck. I feel like it's all luck based sometimes with me.
To be honest with you, I didn't expect to end up having a call with you, of all people.
I know, but I can tell. I watch your video with Doodle Tones. I can tell vaguely what kind of person you are. Parasocial, of course, but like parasocial way of learning what kind of person you are. But I can tell you're a little bit more approachable than other people, and I don't think. I think you care more about doing the right thing than others, but I've been wrong on that before. I just want you to know one thing, one takeaway.
Okay.
I agree. I shouldn't deal with a topic like this ever again, and I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, next time, if I do it again, it's going to be 10 times worse. The backlash, I mean, and not the situation, but I'm not going to do this again. Okay, nope, stuff like this. But I've always wanted to I want to do the right thing. I want to, and I was trying to be careful.
he does the wrong
Just
thing.
What Kumo did 100% caught me off.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I just bring that up because I've noticed a trend with a lot of the videos on me. They tend to leave that out, and it was really pissing me off.
Yeah, I get that. Like, again, it also I feel like I'm like I'm repeating myself when I say this, but like from everyone else's perspective, including mine.
I know,
and I'll be honest, it's so abnormal in the way that you end up make these videos, specifically in regards to the Cindy Bear topic, and I know you're aware of it, right?
I know.
So, again, I'm not going to sit here and like say like, yes, Just the Robot did decide to structure his video in this way or that way, right? Because
listen. I will say this. Let's say I'm guilty. Let's say I'm lying to you. Of course, I would still say this either way.
Right.
Yeah. Either way, I would say this, and that's why I fucking hate whether it's the truth or it's a lie. It sounds the fucking same.
Yeah.
I know. And
it's like, and just based off of that tells me that Just the Robot done lied more times than he done told the truth. So that's why I'm like, yeah, you can't trust what Just a Robot. In my own personal opinion, you can't trust what he says. I'm like, he'll say some things, turn around and be all like, "Oh, I didn't mean it that way," or I'm misread, or I got my information wrong, or my autism did this, or my dyslexia did that, and things, you know, or he wants to point fingers and do all this other. But it's like it's either he's going to tell the truth to his likings, or he's just gonna flat out lie to you, one of the two. But yeah, overall though, it's like you going to, or having Just a Robot as a reliable source, it's like that's like me trying to give out a, you know, my own personal experience of being a Caucasian female. Like, fam, what, how is that gonna work out? So yeah, that's it's things like that where it's like there's just certain things. Yeah, I guess if I wanted to go down the same route of getting canceled and all that stuff like Just a Robot did, I'm like, yeah, but if it's on anything else, I'm not gonna go to you for that information. If it's stuff about Cinebear, I'm not gonna go to you about that information. I'm gonna go to the people they're keeping it neutral, but they are also pointing out the obvious wrong in the whole matter.
Aping in this situation so much.
That's fair. But look, again, it's late. I'm gonna let you go.
You too. And hey, sorry if I came across as awkward.
Oh, that's fine. I've had more awkward conversations, don't you worry.
No way.
Yes, why?
Okay.
Listen, you know, we're in a community where a lot of people are on the spectrum. Don't you worry. But anyway, I'll leave you to it. All right? Take care.
All right.
Fucking hell. What the fuck was that?
And that was my brief but very bizarre interaction with the creator, Just a Robot. I would like to thank Fauji from the Opblock for lending me his voice for this video, and also Rotting Brain for making this video's thumbnail and the art you saw throughout this video. Just a Robot is a creator who is a lying hypocrite, who I would entrust to make videos on serious topics in the future, given how he handled the Cinebaro Free situation. I would also like to thank all the amazing artists who have been making absolutely amazing fan art, and thanks to everyone who has been supporting this channel, we have managed to reach 900 subscribers. And it would be absolutely amazing if we can reach 1,000 by the end of the year.
Like,
so make sure to like and subscribe
yeah,
for more
there
content. This has been Yen, and I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, Just a Robot. He's definitely somebody where he doesn't think when it comes down to making content. And that's why he's in the situation that he's in, you know? So yeah, it's like if we all had like Just a Robot's thought process, like we all thought along the lines like him, we would still be in the caveman era. Like we would be like, dang, bro, so like we were supposed to do something, right? Or like I don't know, like there were some of us that we were supposed to do and stuff, and so then all of a sudden you see somebody like just start tweaking out. They're like, hey, what's wrong with him and stuff, and it's like then he just snaps out of it and he's like, oh, my autism, it got a hold of me again, you know. And it's like I didn't know what came over me, and it's like, yeah, bro, that's why I'm like, you know, I always sit down and I think of that, you know, from time to time, where when he was trying to offer his advice, you know, his help, his assistance to me, and I'm like, man, you know, I sit down and I think about that. I'm like, where would I have been at if I would have accepted that? The thing is this, I either would have been in jail, or I would have been acting like Chris Rock in New Jack City when he was trying to get off drugs and stuff. One of those two things. But anyways, yeah, shout out to Yin. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to them. Like, subscribe to me too. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.